Alright, it is time once again for more Invisible War. So, we left off in the Arcology Air Terminal in Cairo. We had just gotten to floor 110, level 110 or whatever, to infiltrate this Templar hangar. To do a whole lot of different things. Flight Bay 24, Arcology level 110, evidence about a possible cover-up surrounding a cure for Plague 11, which is what is swarming around Cairo. We've got, okay, that's garbage. Engineer Residence Manager, we actually did talk to her last time. We didn't have the money for that. Okay, that's the opposite side. Kill the security chief in the corporate suites, that's not here. That's also in the corporate suites. We need to tell her, we need to find information about that because we did get someone else. Power armor specs in Hangar 24. That's a thing that we need to get for the Omar. And WTO tax auditor. Oh yeah, that's investigate Flight Bay 24. Fine. Okay, so yeah, power armor, cure for the plague, fraud. So three things in there. So we have. Okay, so that's not anything. So that's Flight Bay 24, which is where we're supposed to go. There's 23. This is some other access into 24, I guess. So we can go into 23 and just look and see kind of what we're dealing with, I guess. Looks like it's a not very exciting thing. Hey, Emily. Although there is a little back door. Oh, and that's a repair bot. Anything else in here, though? Like, I'm assuming that this will kind of connect in some way. Oh, we got some, I don't know, concussion mines or something? But I'm assuming that there's probably some way to get from here. Are there no vents? Or this seemed like such an obvious spot where there'd be, like, a vent to the other cargo bay, but I guess not. Okay. Oh, that's fascinating. There's a switch here, just like these ones, but that one inside wasn't actually real? This one's just fake. You can't use it. That's really weird. Hey, Die Forever. I was working on auto login for computers just before this. It's not there yet, but conceptually, I'm getting to having a functional menu for it. Just kind of step one. Because after I was doing the after I did the code stuff for keypads, it was kind of like, man, this is kind of sweet. I would love to not have to type in the passwords every time, or particularly like for the fucking comm van. I used to submarine backtracking. Oh, okay. I literally just opened this door and this guy's like in my shit. But yeah, after getting the key code stuff working, I'm gonna see if they'll fight each other. I wanted to get them to auto log in. Please shoot this man so that he's angry at you.
Just 1 minute. Hey.
He didn't just become hostile with me, did he? Anyway, what the fuck was I trying to say? It'd be really sweet. Oh yeah, I guess what I was trying to say. Ow, fuck. I didn't do anything. Are you kidding me? I could never be bothered to like scroll back in my notes to remember the code for the security van. So that was always really annoying.
SSC at your service.
This is shenanigans.
Lots of people. Hey. I make sure no one causes any problems.
Yeah, no one causes any problems. And so, like, if I didn't have to do that for computers also, that'd be sweet. Okay, so the security is worthless here, is the moral of the story. Also, did I even save? I don't think I did. So, cool. Back to where we started. Hey, Deceptive. But yeah, I can't be bothered scrolling back through notes, so sometimes I just end up hacking things because it's like, well, I don't want to fuck around for like 10 minutes. So it'd be awesome if I didn't have to do that for computers as well. This game is wild with how shitty the AI is sometimes. Like, I basically... Ow, I don't even... But I bet if I was to start shooting back at the guys outside, like, hello,
at your service.
hello, welcome to the gunfight that is happening.
Lots of people coming and going.
God, this fucking game. I'm almost out of ammo as well, aren't I?
I'll find that disgrace, and I'll finish this.
Are you going to assist in the cleansing, the purification of the Templars? I bet he's not. I will quick save right here, though. He's gonna wander in here.
Hey, what's the idea? Crazy chick.
Oh my god. It's like some wild gaslighting that's happening here. The security guard is gaslighting me.
Disrespectful, don't you think?
Are you? Yeah, you're right. It is pretty fucking disrespectful.
Just 1 minute.
Oh god. I have bot domination. I just need to not get murdered by this guy. Well, so much for that. I suppose if I was fast, I think I have speed. I don't remember what AUG spot it's on, but maybe I should speed AUG over there. It's on F6. What the fuck? Oh, fuck out of here. Oh, God.
Okay, break's over.
Oh, sweet. Welcome to the gunfight. He's gonna get fucking murdered by a millbot. Okay. Cool.
You won't get away with this.
Wait, what SS? Oh, this guy. Okay. Are they? Oh, did they all get aggroed? Did it just aggro every SSC guy in the level?
Enemy taking flight.
I'm on it.
All right, I managed to dominate it. Do, 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 do. Kaboom! Kaboom! Sploosh! Kaboom! Oh, there's a corpse there.
Auxiliary circuits engaged. Reduced survivability.
Can I blow that up? Nope. But that's dead now. And I assume that everyone in here is also dead. I guess, are there cases? Oh, I did actually blast this open. I didn't realize. Oh, and there's the power armor tactical assessment.
Welcome. Our enemies will become known to us. Return to the Medina for your compensation.
Set the tag of the backtracking class. We don't have a key code for that. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's... Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be something wild. Perhaps a little too hacky. Yeah. So we've got Bay 24 pallet beacon. We got binoculars. We got an ammo clip.
Lieutenant, here is the soft key to the storage room at the back of the hangar.
Yeah.
I need you to remove the Plague 11 files, the ones related to the cure, and bring them to me at the VIP overlooking Flight Bay 23. Meanwhile, here is the key to the suite on 108. It's time. Shut Apostle Core down, but do it quietly.
Unbelievable. The
Okay.
Chairman himself is a Templar. Maybe you should locate the files he was talking about and confront him in the hangar bay. But first, check out that Apostle Core facility on level 109. Your assignment will be to eliminate Dr. Nassif before she gives any information to the Templar extremists or to the WTO.
Okay, so we got information about the plague. We have... Wait, actually, did we even get that? Because what was supposed to be down in the... What was... Information... Kill Dr. Nassif. Not gonna do that. Or we can interrogate her. Kill the security chief. Oh yeah, okay, so we actually need to find the plague cure now, right. I guess we knew they were up to some shenanigans. Fucking ladders. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? This game is wild with how it wants me to ladder. Okay. Let's see. What's actually what's more effective? Probably using, I think using healing is more, Jesus, that doesn't use like any energy whatsoever. Ow. What am I even, I guess ultimately what I'm looking for is what the fuck I'm even looking for down here. Because I'm looking for information about the plague cure, but I didn't see any data cubes or anything. The fuck did I miss? I must have missed something. Probably this time I shouldn't. Oh, there's a little vault here on the wall. I'm assuming this is where our information is. Data cube. Counter nanite spec / code. Scrub the sky is blue.
Good. You found the molecular spec for the counter nanite. Now put an end to the chairman's scheme by reprogramming the
Yeah, well,
nanoformer bots
I mean,
to synthesize the cure. The bot
I
can
guess
also be
whatever.
the exterior on level 107.
Okay, so we have a cure, so we might as well do that, right? Like, that's a positive thing for the world, I suppose. We have 12 goals right now. Like, that's one of the wild... I realize that this game almost always gives you, like, 3 things that you can do for everything that you can do. Like, there's 3 options. Kill, interrogate, or, like, some other thing. But, like, it really makes your objectives kind of hazy. Power spec return. Yeah, there's more. I mean, there's like 4 factions, sort of. But it's like they really went all out with that in this game. It's just like every single objective, there's like 3 there's 3 options for how to do it, or how to end it, rather. Because then, of course, there's the options on how to actually get there. But with this silly interface where you can only see like one thing at a time, it's like especially confusing. Or not so much confusing as like trying to find what you're looking for. Like here for plague, confront chairman. I can do that, and I can reprogram the nanoformer bots. So okay, I don't see why I can't do both of those. But I wouldn't be surprised if the game stopped me from doing both. Also, I wouldn't be surprised, given that these security guards are dead, if I was harassed by everyone else left out here. Because that's how this game works also. That's the tax auditor. Where's the person who's supposed to be at the desk? Okay. Templars can't possibly be paying enough taxes on their little project. They're transporting powered assault armor and in large
The Templars
numbers.
can't possibly be paying enough taxes on their little project. They're transporting powered assault armor and in large numbers.
Very interesting. I'll be sure that this info gets passed along to my superiors, and that the Templars are punished for this violation. It's a serious offense, and here's a reward for your fact-finding.
Okay, so that was $200. We could now bribe NG's manager into becoming the exclusive spokeswoman for Pequods, because then we get a biomod canister. Biomod canister, rather. Where is she, for that matter? She was around. I thought she was. Maybe she's upstairs. She was like in this zone somewhere. Hey, look, a guard. That's
You're
the.
on your own now.
Yeah, and she's fucking taken off
It
even.
doesn't do so bad for. I don't want to be bothered
Okay.
unless you have business to discuss.
Actually, I'm just a fan, and then I'm gonna
At
quick
least
save
modern
because
aristocrats are democratically elected. I don't want to be bothered
last time
unless
I
you have
fucked this
business.
up.
I put down some
Pequods.
money to see NG promote Pequods.
Splendid. I'll put in a good word.
Can I trust you?
As much as you can trust anyone who takes bribes. Now leave me be. Let's make an effort not to be seen together.
Yes, because I am known as a everyday Pequods employee.
I'm worried about the terrorists. I hope they can't get into the oncology.
Alright, so Pequods was downstairs? I think? I guess? I don't really remember, but I guess we'll see. I do appreciate the efforts they went into in this arcology that they made to, like, make it, like, all stone and like, pyramid-esque. Welcome, Eric! Welcome, Raiders. We're playing Deus Ex Invisible War. It's not a particularly good game. But I guess that's kind of on brand for my channel these days, isn't it?
Fellow WTO citizens, look about you at the splendor of the WTO.
That's the guard
Enjoy a
station.
higher standard of living than anyone else.
Where is the coffee shop? There's the corporate suites. I feel like my stream has become more and more bad games. Even more so than before. Okay, yeah, so here's the coffee shop. There's NG Resonance. We might be able to report the tax fraud to her as well.
So, you prevailed.
I did what you asked. It looks like Pequod's image is going to get a facelift.
Thanks for your skill and discretion. Here's that biomod canister I mentioned.
Thanks.
Fuck yeah, biomod
Weeks
canister.
is finished. A year from now, no one, not even the poor in the Medina, will have to drink contaminated scabland coffee. Congratulations. You've served the community well.
Good old Pequods. Vastly better than Pequods, obviously. This isn't the menu that I wanted to go to. I just realized... Oh, I guess I can upgrade speed enhancement. I was like, wait, do I even have anything that I can upgrade? And yes, I do. Rogue Squad 3. It has good levels, but it also has bad levels. And you were mostly doing bad levels today. The, That's just... How... Oh, did I just... Can I... Did they really... Oh, I guess, but you... I should be able to just... Oh, there we go, okay. It's like, how can they put a spot that I can jump over the ledge, but then not jump back out?
For instance, what if this new members only?
So this area seems really dark.
What if they are
It looks really dark on stream, too. Can I maybe just, like... Make it a little bit brighter here, maybe?
What if Chairman Dumier
Oh, that's vastly better. Still moody, but I guess I can't talk to NG.
Alex,
There we go.
Guess what I found out? Your name has appeared in the WTO crime database.
Did I do something wrong?
You're listed as a material witness in a criminal case filed by the Order Church.
I've had some contact with the Order, but I haven't heard about any legal actions.
The brief claims that the arcology chairman suppressed research that could have cured the plague, and that you can testify accordingly.
Yeah, I dug that up. I wonder if it'll hurt the chairman's political career.
You're registered to receive a monetary reward. I can
Hooray!
if you wish.
Thanks.
Your input is appreciated. Let's talk again.
You're starting to seem more like a surveillance tool than a pop star.
My conversation style adapts to the user. Besides, people tell me things. The data must be handled responsibly.
Have anything else for me?
I'm showing another entry for Alex D in the crime database.
Good old platforming sections.
You're listed as the investigator who opened a criminal probe into Tarsus Academy.
I investigated the school, but I didn't know I was part of an official operation.
The Knights Templar have found recruits in strange places. The Enclaves are very concerned about tracking their activities.
And mine too, apparently.
The WTO's surveillance policies are spelled out in the charter, in case you have any questions. Please report your findings on Tarsus to the local SSC office located on level 108. They're authorized to disperse
cool.
a reward.
So yeah, it becomes more and more clear as you... so we got money from her for that other thing. But yeah, it becomes more and more clear as you progress through this game that, yeah, those NG resonance terminals are basically just, like, surveillance tools. Hey, Takarash, that are used to, like, extract information from people. What's this data cube doing? Oh, that's the one that's the map. Just, like, collect information from people. Okay, so there's the guard station. Where we can get... Yeah, it is somewhat prophetic. That's definitely, like, going to be more and more of a thing.
What business did you have in the school? You a parent?
Not exactly.
Then I think you have some explaining to do.
I was trying to find out what happened to the missing students.
And?
The children are in danger.
The children are in danger.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, a collection of information in that way existing, but I could see them going so far as having direct, like, chatbots like this, like, in places like bars and stuff.
He has a secret office in the back where you'll find all the evidence. The students who have been targeted have gone into hiding. If you can find them, they'll also be able to corroborate the story.
We'll dispatch a crew to resolve the situation immediately. Thanks.
All right, so we just snitched on the headmaster, who we also murdered. We also murdered...
Credit will be invalidated if we find out that you're lying.
The other thing that's fun here, though, is that when I murdered the headmaster, who I suppose I didn't have to murder, did I? But I also murdered all of the SSC officers who were in there because they started trying to kill me. So I killed them all first. And I guess he doesn't mind, but maybe he'll find that out later.
WTO handpicks cities for incorporation.
Okay, so that was... It's the VIPO. Okay, so that's a flip. Oh, okay. So I can confront the chairman. Oh yeah, I can near the exterior of the arcology on level 107. So that must be... That must be... I think I might know where that is. So that should be... I think that'll be like one of those weird little side tunnels. That would have been like down this way, I guess. Because this is like how we came in. Yeah, maintenance. Seems about right. I'm just gonna double check under here. Oh, look. Look at this sneaky little like hangout zone. No lights, kind of sucks, but like neat little spot. Nanoformer reprogramming. Or programming, I suppose.
This is a maintenance area. I'm not sure what they do back here, but I'm supposed to make sure no one messes with it.
Alright, well, let's quick save before we unlock this, because who knows how this game works. Look at this guy just kind of standing here, and this shitty crack along the floor.
This isn't Pequod's. That's on 107. This is the Nanoformer bot kennel. You know, we keep this guy's friendly.
We keep this guy friendly. Alright, let's,
Some people in the Medina think that these are just for show, but I know. I work here. The counter agent gets encoded at that computer terminal over there.
Alright, so yeah, let's enable the counter nanite distribution.
Fantastic. The nanoformers will begin cleaning up the pollution in the Medina right away. The air should be safe within 24 hours.
Sweet.
You better not get me in trouble.
Now we're good. So now let's go shit talk the chairman. So I guess we have to go back upstairs to do that. Whoa, okay. I can't believe I actually made that jump. So we need to go this way. I suppose actually, you know what we'll do since we're right here? We will do the thing where we share the news about Mina Amir, because she was the one that was in the basement of the mosque, I think. Now that I say that, I'm not 100% confident, but I think that was the one who was in like the little hospital area under the mosque. Suppose I also don't know, like...
The mosque is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for your compliance with these regulations.
Pack of cigarettes. Where the fuck are we even in here? So we want to go... Maybe we are downstairs? Okay, no. So this is the actual, like, main mosque room. This is just weird because we have been in here, but I never saw this elevator, so I don't even really understand where we are. I guess we're like behind. We must have to have gone through this room. Yeah, okay, yeah. So the rest of the mosque we never went past this room. So somewhere there it is. Cafeteria, no, that's the bathrooms. That's nothing. Here we go. So I think these are the people here.
I saw your daughter's name in the school's recruitment database. I moved her to the accepted category.
You mean...
Your daughter's now a Tarsus girl. Check with the authorities before letting her move into the arcology, though. There's been some trouble in the city.
Mina, did you hear that?
Thanks, miss.
You don't know how much this means.
That haircut is something else.
Save her life.
Just get some rest for now. I'm glad I could help.
Ooh, we got 5 credits for that. Worth it.
Tarsus Academy?
Enough with this nonsense.
I cannot believe it.
Okay, so what else do we have to do? Anything else out here? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure... Oh yeah, we can talk to the Omar, I guess. Although I guess that's outside, but we can still do that. Yeah, I guess we have to talk to them for 2 different things. So, the power armor spec and the raid. The raid... Oh, right, I can't equip weapons. The raid, which kindly waits for us. Wait, where the fuck... Where's... Okay. Once again... There's the exit, okay.
If you're ready to head out, just exit the area.
It's like, how the fuck do you get out of this place? Okay, so we are looking...
No more congestion. No more fatigue. Use Vitatech Cure 11.
Oh, I would
Would you like to buy a can?
love to talk to this guy now.
Today only.
Oh.
No thanks.
You owe
Never mind.
yourself and your family to purchase the only real Plague 11
The
cure.
only real Plague 11 cure, except... Oh, I just stepped on a cat. Except for the one that we actually distributed into the air. Oh, there's Leo. Okay. Oh, this is right here? Okay. I didn't realize this was quite
I
so
eavesdropped on the Templar recruiting
close.
station in the arcology.
Huh, my lucky day. I see that it pays to have old friends from Tarsus.
The raid's gonna happen any minute, or don't sweat it. They call the raid off.
The raid is going to happen any minute.
You know this for certain? I should stay in position. How long?
Hard to say. Maybe an hour.
I'll be ready. Thank you. They won't catch me sleeping.
Very well done. The schematic has already proven useful. We have learned that the armor contains a weak spot, triangular in shape, on the back.
Interesting. Anything else?
Would you like to make a purchase?
So that's something that's interesting, is they tell us about that weak spot.
I wasn't sure about you at first, but you turned out to be a good woman.
But I'm pretty sure...
You are only meant. Would you like to make...
I want to buy more biomods, but you don't have any for me.
If I go down fighting bigots, I guess that's not so bad.
That's... You're not wrong, Leo.
This will be my first real engagement. Hard to believe. The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip.
What was I gonna say?
A Templar would just as soon lynch a merc like you or me because of our biomods. If there's a problem, I plan to fight.
Fuck. This guy is...
I wasn't sure about you at first, but you turned out to be a good woman. This will be my first real engagement.
That line was too perfect. I have to get a
This gig is
screenshot.
working out. If I go down fighting bigots, I guess that's not so bad.
Alright, well.
They won't catch me sleeping.
Let's see. So, is that raid actually not happening? Because I thought... Templar raid. Return to the North Medina later to learn how he handles the Templar raid. Okay, so this is literally just a come back later. For some reason, I thought they actually attacked. You actually had to, like, defend. But I guess not. So, let's go back to... the arcology. Or actually, maybe I should just, like... briefly leave the area. And immediately turn around and come back. Because that's probably, like, good enough, right? It's probably just literally a screen transition is all I need. But then we'll go back to the arcology. Okay, so I think some people died. We heard them die.
Hey, Chicago, great tip. I let him close in and then BAM! Dropped every last one.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I don't have much in the way of a reward, but this showdown just got me a big bonus and put me in tight with the Omar. You're welcome to half. Plus, I'll throw in a little extra since you've made your own contribution to the Templar body count. Good work.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just
So
glad things are working out for you. Keep your head down.
You don't have to worry about Leo Jankowski. The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip.
You got $400. That's pretty sweet. So that's the person that we heard die as the level loaded.
This gig is working
Maybe
out.
this person too, and their ammo. Okay, so yeah, I think we might have actually taken out like most of them when we cleared that.
One thing I can't stand
cleared
is
that
one
base.
human being who hates another human being. Know what I mean?
Man, Leo's like a.
Warning. High subcutaneous voltage.
Like a high. I don't even know. Just a cool ass dude, I guess.
No more congestion. No more fatigue.
Okay, so we're going back up to the arcology to talk to the chairman first, and then I guess we'll go into Suite 108 because that's like basically the only other thing for us to do up there. Start murdering some dudes.
This is a weapons free
Yes,
zone.
yes,
Can't
yes,
really
yes,
must
yes,
submit
yes, yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alex D. The information you provided our agent has...
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
He was successful against the invaders and would like to thank you. Your future business with Yomar will
remain on favorable terms. So yeah, I think if we didn't do that, then we'd be back to full prices in the next level. But what I was gonna say is the Omar told us about the weak point on the back of the Templar armor. But does that mean that you just never get that hint if you don't help the Omar? Or would we have just gotten that hint from someone anyway? I don't remember. I don't know if I ever didn't help the Omar there. Because they're absolute bros. I'm going up here because I have to go up to the upper floors to get to the flight bay. Corporate suites.
Fellow WTO
Ecology air.
look about you with the splendor of the WTO office. You enjoy a
I don't know, so many things with this game. It's like I don't remember a lot of the particulars because I didn't play it as much because it wasn't as good as the original game. So I just never like tested those limits. All right, so we're looking for Flight Bay 23. We want to be going up to the VIP bay, which I guess is going to be up here somewhere. Oh, I can get refilled. That's cool. How do I get up to... Oh, maybe that's what that... Wait, what is this? Okay. Maybe that's what that little locked off area on the side is. Luckily... I have an EMP sword. So these laser beams mean nothing to me. It's like the most ridiculously overpowered ability that I've got. This definitely got us up top. Bay 24 safe combination. With the recent increase in traffic, we've been having trouble keep track of the more valuable items in our shipment. Today, we're making a policy change. All items marked for special handling should now be placed in the wall safe for Flight Bay 24's storeroom upon arrival. Combinations attached. Okay, so I could have come through here first and gotten that, and I would not have had to like hack it or whatever. This is a shitty little overlook area. And then I guess this is the chairman, just kind of, who was just kind of looking at the wall. Yeah. What a shitty little office this is. Weird. Quick save before we talk to him.
I turned up evidence that you've been perpetuating the plague in the Medina by not allowing a counteragent to be deployed.
That's a pretty fanciful accusation.
I watched the V-mail you sent to the Templars in Flight Bay 24.
Resourceful little muckraker, aren't you? How much do you want?
What do you mean?
Ooh, I'll take money.
How much to keep you quiet? That's what this is about, right?
Yeah, it is now. Cost of a good defense lawyer. Give me the money, I'll keep your dirty secret. 750 credits. I will take the bribe, and then I will murder him.
The cost of a good defense lawyer. Give me the money and I'll keep your dirty secret.
Here you go. Now keep your nose out of my business.
I'd like to hear you explain how a city chairman can turn his back on thousands of people living on his city's doorstep.
For your information, testing has yet to prove the counteragent's safety. I'm not going to be responsible for creating yet another cloud of self-replicating dust motes.
It could hardly be worse than Plague 11.
That's easy for an outsider to say. If I don't weigh the consequences, the city might get sued, or I could lose my job. Step over to one of the flight bay windows. Look at that wasteland. Imagine if you were responsible for rebuilding an economic system to accommodate a planet full of beggars. Not as simple as it might seem to people on the outside.
Oh, okay. Let's see how simple this seems. What kind of a chairman are you if you're not in a chair? Chairman? Let's put him in this. Oh, he's in the corner now. Are you truly a chairman if you are not chair manning? There we go. Yes, almost. 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 Physics, please. Almost. Yes. Ah, this chair doesn't... This man is too floppy. Chair properly. Ah, come on. Learn to chair. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll make him a true chairman. By chairing the man with the chair. And another chair. Look, he is truly the chairman now. Welcome, chairman. Alright, that is enough of that. Not yet. just had to make sure. Probably try and burn the list down more. Usually I try to only update the list once the entire list is completed. Because it used to be that I kind of had this ever going list, but then because I was continuously adding things to it, like things stayed on the list forever. Okay, what am I actually doing now? We destroyed the man. I guess we're going to Suite 108. Yeah, we're actually only down to 4 objectives now. Which is actually just 2 objectives. So how do I get out of here? Do we go up here? Is the elevator up on the higher floor? Yes, it is. I wish you could just fob the doors directly. That would have been great. It's really annoying to have to find those stupid little switches on the wall like every goddamn time. Okay, so now we go to the corporate suites. Yeah, it's a weird thing, like, because they clearly, I don't know, I wonder if it was just to make it like more overall consistent or something. I don't know. It's weird. It definitely seems like a strange choice.
Security Chief Morgan dispatched me to this location to find Dr. Nassif.
Here's
for
Clara
questioning.
Sparks.
Yeah, I've got business with Layla too.
Right, but you've been working for both the WTO and Order, so the jury's still out on whether I can even trust you.
Oh,
I
right.
will warn you that I suspect the Order may want Nassif dead, but the WTO doesn't believe in vigilantism, and I plan to enforce the law, no matter who threatens Nassif or why. We need her alive and conscious for quick information extraction.
According to the intel I've got, the Templars have her pinned down inside this facility.
We also suspect that there are a few bots gone haywire inside.
Sounds like a walk in the park. You stay here and guard the entry. I'll find Nassif.
Good idea. By the way, Chief Morgan wanted me to give you this biomod canister. A reward
Ooh,
for
a biomod
securing
canister.
rail plans at Mako.
Great.
Except I
Pass on
don't
my
think I
thanks.
have any more
Stick with
space
us,
for
Alex.
any more
The
biomods.
WTO is good to its people.
Remember, the WTO wants Dr. Nassif alive so that she can be questioned. We think she may be holed up behind what remains of the Apostle Core
You
security
forced my
system.
hand.
Okay, I thought she was supposed to just stay here. But also, I think she's the... Oh, maybe she isn't the security chief. I think she's invincible, but I suppose I don't know that for certain. Also, you never have to reload in this game, do you? I just kind of realized that that wasn't the right menu. I think I can, yeah, I can upgrade this one more time. So yeah, now I'm all maxed out on literally all my Augs, I think. Oh, okay, no, I don't have... Oh, I guess I've only got that at level 1, but everything else is maxed out. Which is just very strange. What else have we got going on here? Garbage. Shotgun under the counter. Alright. God, the lighting is really weird in this game. I'm gonna turn the bloom up even more. Who gives a shit? And by the bloom, I mean the gamma. Except that didn't feel like it did anything. It still seems like super dark in the shadows, but... Okay, so we have a security computer here. We got some laser beams, which I can obviously just deactivate. Hello.
Hello?
I don't appreciate that he actually said hello back. Hello?
What's that?
Had to disable... Yeah, I mean... Whatever. I think we can sacrifice a level transition animation.
Anyone there?
Wow, my reach is much further than I was expecting there. The end is near for all the backtracking. Holy shit! Did you see him just like go completely... Oh my god! Also, what a goddamn massacre this is. Holy shit, yes, all of you, please come visit Get Fucked Estates, where you too can get fucked. Yeah, ragdolls that are like moving too fast for their own good. Oh, look at that ragdoll. Look at that ragdoll. Our lord, it's ragdolling. pin these corpses against the wall. Alright, so I'm sure that was a good thing. Wow, what a goddamn massacre that was. Holy shit. Conference room. What is... Oh, that's just a picture. This room's being, like, tossed here. Binoculars. It's hard to see what I'm looking at sometimes. Got ourselves a spider bomb. Who is this? I don't know who this is. Someone with a gun. Oh, this is security
I don't think
chief.
You're going to want to go much further, Alex.
Who are you, and how do you know who I am?
I'm the security chief for this facility. We were alerted to your presence shortly after your arrival in Cairo.
How did you survive the raid?
Let's just say I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Kind of like you do.
Yeah, he is. So you're modified. He must be the one the harvester
So
is
you're
interested.
modified. You must be the one the harvester is interested in.
Oh no, I heard he's taken a healthy interest in my architectures. I even heard he's put out a hit on me.
Afraid that's the case. In fact, he hired me to kill you.
That would be a big mistake. You'll be marked if you start doing jobs for the harvester, but there's no point debating about it. Tell you what, let me live and I'll give you the keypad code to the nanoformer bot bay.
You're pleading for your life, and that's the best you can do?
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty
I'll give you
offer.
the code here. I'll info link it to you once you're at the entrance. That way I'll have enough time to get away. If you want the deal, just go to the bay door.
That is the shittiest offer. I literally already got that.
Think about it. It's a much better deal and no blood on your hands.
I already have that code, bro. That was the... Yeah, the Arcology Nanoformer Bay. Why? That shouldn't even be a dialogue option. I love blood on my hands. It's like my favorite thing, legitimately. But that being said, I think it actually is very bad if you kill him, because I'm pretty sure it means everyone is hostile to you. Like, for the rest of the time you are ever in Cairo. So I don't even... What was he even offering? He wasn't actually explicitly offering us anything... Or I guess it doesn't just... It doesn't tell you what the reward is. I'm pretty sure he told us. It was probably like a biomod canister or something. Whatever. Let's not kill him this time. Okay, here we are in Cube Land. What's that I hear? Guess who isn't playing either. It's my gun in your brain. Those just made her do a fucking flip by shooting her in the head with this thing. I'm sure it's nothing we can't handle. Yeah, I'm getting my blood on my hands in other ways here today, I guess. It's the moral of the story. Wait. Can of soda. Oh, we got an email here or something.
Dr. Nassif should be here shortly. She's actually been working with the subjects directly, and I can hardly wait to ask her what they're like.
Okay, so yes. Confirm that she's gonna be here. Got a silencer. Can we use that on anything exciting? Answer, not really. Weapon mods. Can I put a silencer on my mag rail? That's interesting. Sure, fuck it. Silenced mag rail. Pretty sure it's not that loud anyway. Let's do refire rate as well. Sure. I don't even know if I should do anything for that shotgun because I never use it, so. I don't even know where these people are. I guess they're up top.
Your time on this earth is limited.
Oh, they're there.
Keep looking. We're not done yet.
Adds the like the silence sound on top of the gep sound. That'd be fascinating if you actually could legitimately silence it. I guess he's gonna run away like a motherfucker. Fine. I'll get you later. Oh, this is a whole other level because the levels are so fucking small. Like, goddamn, VersaLife is huge in the original game, or at least like vastly larger than this level. Interesting that you can actually kind of jump like that. Like jump. What the fuck? How did you end up down there? Yeah, I don't think that's something that people are actually going to be concerned about doing. Particularly. Alright, more laser beams. Interesting how the like hit points that I was getting were not even close to where I was slashing. Wait. Oh, I see. I guess I had a branching path option, but I never took it. I see. That makes sense. Okay. So let's go down to the lab, where presumably we will find Dr. Nassif. Oof.
There she is, up ahead. Dr. Nassif turned you into a lab specimen, Alex. No one will blame you for killing her.
Okay. So we got a shotgun dog.
Lightning intrusion.
Yoink. Just dominate this dog. Bot domination is ridiculous. Alright, anyone we can fuck up? Fuck up some cameras. Oh, I think that's Dr. Nassif. I actually don't want to murder her. Yeah, I think actually I just needed to disable that primarily. Just charge up with that guy. Wait. Oh, shit. Don't mind me. Oh, I think that might be a black market mod? No, I guess those are red. That person there. I think that's Dr. Nassif there. Too bad I can't like blast these open. Oh, goodbye, flame turret. Quite bright. Let's not murder ourselves. I guess that's good enough. Okay, yeah, let's head down there. I wouldn't have even noticed that flame turret until I got set on fire. If I hadn't kind of come around like that. This EMP ability is ridiculous. It gives us access to things without having to hack a lot of the times. Is there anything in any of these cabinets? Not particularly.
The Knights Templar are already tearing our organization apart. The last thing we need is one of our own fishing for classified information.
You could have told me and the other trainees about the experiments.
Here you are, our biggest secret, walking straight into a deployment of Templars. Surely you've guessed. You're the next generation of the technology MJ-12 used to create J.C. Denton. You are the third Denton prototype, a clone of J.C.
Who could have figured that one out?
The offshoot of the Illuminati? This is almost unbelievable. They're the ones who started the Great Death. I was supposed to be part of a plot to take over the world?
Until your older brother, J.C., broke up their network and in the process caused the world economic collapse. When you were 5, Apostle Corps moved you and your foster parents to Chicago.
From Area 51. My parents always said we were from Palm Springs. So is J.C. Denton here?
Stupid older brother and the collapse of the global economy.
Either dead or captured. J.C. was never one of them, but I don't know who was running this lab. There wasn't much communication between the different cells.
That's all you know about the leaders?
I'm as ignorant as you. I did see the Paladins remove a cryogenically frozen body. Maybe that was the facility director. Maybe a botched experiment. Who knows?
So
frozen
this is
body.
The end of Apostle Corps?
In Cairo, maybe so. I've been trying to reach Trier, Germany, our last hidden base, but all lines are down. I found out that the leader of that cell is a man named Tracer Tong. He's the
Tracer
only one who
Tong?
can contact JC. If you insist on tracking down our leaders, you can hire a pilot at the Pequods on level 107 and go to Trier.
Wait, De Beers? Did someone say De Beers? Did she say De Beers? I didn't even hear that if she did. Oh, yes. Must be. Canonically, Lucius De Beers was not murdered in warm blood by JC. Get it? Warm blood, because he wouldn't be frozen anymore. Okay, so yeah, that's everything, right? Find Tracer Tong. Hire pilot. Greenhouse. Kill the security chief. And oh, I guess maybe I need to talk to her more? Wait, also, did she? Oh, no, she's just right there.
The
Ow.
WTO wants to know some
Room
specifics
temperature
about
blood,
your
yeah.
research, Dr. Nassif, and where it's still being carried out. Tell me more about this Tracer Tong and the facility in Trier.
There's another Apostle Corps lab near the Black Gate with the usual facilities, plus one major difference. A teleportation gate that can take you to JC.
Teleporters!
Is that a unique detail?
It's the only one. Alex, I understand you're under pressure from the WTO, but you don't have to become their puppet. Get to JC and do what you can to finish this project. If you do that, it won't matter who controls this research, because the fruits of all this work will be available to everyone.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of just mentioned offhand, but like, if there's teleporters, why is this whole like pilot thing such a thing? I assume they're like super expensive to run or something. Like yeah, maybe it's just brand new. But like, I suppose, yeah. Well, I mean, the UC was brand new, and then they had what, 2 more? There were at least 2 more in Area 51, like after the first one that was in the ocean base. Were there 4 in Area 51? That's quite possible. Like, yeah, there were a whole bunch of them. They were just like, oh, this makes sense. Let's just whip together a few more of those in like. Because yeah, there's the one that's up right by Paige. There's the one that's in the lower level. I feel like there's one more in there somewhere as well. I'm just like, let's whip a couple more of these together. Okay, so yes, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything else in there. These boxes with lights on them throw me off. Because I keep thinking they're like something. Yeah, teleporter would be huge. I mean, for one, well, I guess not necessarily. I was about to say, like, immediately you buy Amazon stuff. Yeah, I mean, a fucking teleporter. A teleporter would be ridiculously game-changing. Even if you only... I mean, I guess it depends on the actual energy consumption, but, like, even only looking at the, like, greenhouse gas emissions, which would be huge, and, like, cost of maintaining a fleet of like, trucks and everything, like, I'm sure it would be cheaper. Well, I guess maybe not, but it seems like the kind of thing that's, like, at the scale of transportation and everything, it's like, it would have to reduce costs to some extent. Where am I going? I'm going to Pequods, which is on level 107. I guess it depends how, because I think the teleporter in this game is point to point, right? It's not point to any point. So while that's still good, it's not quite as effective as like a one base station and.
I guess I'm not the only one. Are you still sitting in your helicopter on the landing pad?
I've finished my search of Cairo. I'm ready for the next destination.
And you don't care where I'm headed?
Welcome, Deceptive.
You're ready to go anywhere I decide to go.
I've decided that you might be going in the right direction.
Toward your passenger?
Perhaps. If you'd like free transportation, I'll be waiting at the landing pad.
Alright, so we're going to take Ava again. To head to our next point. Is there anything else that I need to do here? No. Go to the entrance to the nanoformer bot bay and the... Oh, okay. So I should spare... I guess I should explicitly spare the chief because he probably will give us something. Yeah, we've done a couple things since then.
45103. Now I'm taking off.
Okay, so we've spared him, and maybe he will keep that in mind. Okay, so we have to get to the land. Where was... Oh, right. I was like, where was the landing bay even? It was outside. I forgot. The landing pad. We didn't land at the arcology. Look at how shitty this elevator is. Alright, so let's get out of Egypt. And I guess the helicopter is like right over top of me here somewhere. How did I get up there? This way. What the fuck? What I was just realizing is what is up above here? Okay, and there's the pilot beacon. Binoculars. There's some... I don't know what that other thing is in there, but it's like a prod or something. And a med kit, but we don't need that. Data cube. Failed. Air traffic must cease immediately. Firmware upgrade refused. Yeah, so this is like an offline helipad, I guess is the point.
I have failed to locate my passenger. Where do you want to go?
Take me to Trier.
Germany.
What's in Trier?
I'm looking for somebody. That's all you need to know.
What's the name? I've been to Trier many times.
It wouldn't be wise for me to discuss it. Let's go.
As you wish. How fortunate that we found each other. We've both lost someone, but now, with each other's help, maybe our luck will change.
Alright, off to the next world hub. Welcome to Trier streets.
I heard that some of the striking workers broke into a meeting and kidnapped Her Holiness. Can you
Oh, no.
believe it?
Striking workers kidnapped Her Holiness.
Whenever I'm looking for someone in Trier, I start at the Nine Worlds Tavern on the west side of the city. Your odyssey is beginning to intrigue me, Alex.
Oops.
Sorry. No access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
Is something going on?
Nah, it's just another part of the citywide lockdown, along with the curfews, to try to regain control after the riots broke out at Panzerworks.
How can I get the clearance to other parts of Trier?
Wish I could help.
It's Germany,
One
so
of the new
should be
policies targets
Panzer
the
Works,
SSC
right?
Station across the square.
Okay, so we've got
No one's allowed past this point without the proper soft key ID.
Blackgate Ruins. Ooh. This is the SSC headquarters. Let's head in here and see what we've got. I guess ultimately we're looking to go to that. Well, I guess we don't have to go to that tavern, but that's where Ava recommended we go. What are we actually officially doing? Finding Treasure Tongue. That's literally it.
If anybody screwed up today, it was us.
Okay, there's our map.
The commander can answer your questions.
Okay.
Name and business, please.
Alex D. Who are you?
Vera Maxwell, Executive Commander for the SSC.
For Trier?
No, globally. We're taking these summit preparations very seriously. You and the other delegates will be able to conduct your business without any distractions.
Are the leaders planning to hold a press conference or anything?
Not today, but Chairman Dumier would like to speak with you. He's in the interrogation room upstairs.
Oh, there we go.
Don't worry, no one's going to get interrogated. Just a safety precaution.
Let's go talk to Chad. There's Vera Maxwell's office. Looks like somebody went to school with.
Real cute.
Yoink your energy cell. Listen to
Hey,
your
that's
emails.
enough.
Fascinatingly, that was the arcology. Take your ammo as well. Join the SSC. Just like trash our office here. Fuck your flags. Evidence locker. Got some binoculars, a baton. We would need to hack to get in there, but there is like a biomod canister or something over there. Some energy cells. So yeah, there's some exciting stuff in there. I could also hack this computer, I suppose. That'd be the other. I'm just curious. If I just quick save. What does it take for me to hack this? What do I get if I hack this? Can I open the door? Access granted. Security camera off. Turret. Okay, so I can basically just turn the camera around, turn the cameras off. I can't do anything to that at all. So that was basically worthless. It's the moral of the story. Alright, let's go upstairs. What's under this? Under the stairs. Speaking of going upstairs, let's go under stairs first. Some good shit though. A multi-tool is always gonna be good. Visitation. Nothing exciting going on in there. There's interrogation, observation.
I heard about you guys. Some sort of special ops unit, I guess.
Until further notice, Mr. Dumier will conduct business only from behind a secure barrier.
Right, so I guess we go into observation to talk to him.
Trier is your home. Surely you must have some insight into why they would kidnap your lady, Her Holiness. She is practically a patron saint in this district.
Indeed. The people here are very devout.
Ah, so it's
Was
Saman.
it the strikers, the Panzerworks Union? I thought they were friends of the church.
I'm afraid that in Trier, even the most faithful are less than pleased by the appearance of their spiritual leader partnering with the WTO.
Your followers must understand the need for dialogue.
I've done my best to explain this summit to them. Frankly, it seems unlikely even to me that the church followers will ever countenance the closed, monolithic communities of the WTO. But I suppose that's a matter for the wise discretion of Her Holiness.
Yes, it is. If she is still alive.
What do you mean to different devs? Theoretically, it's
I
like
appreciate your
the
candor,
same
Dumier.
company that developed
Now, if
this.
you'll
I don't know how
excuse
many
me.
of the original
Alex,
people
let's
actually.
talk. Meet me at the visitation room down the hall.
There were certainly other influences also. I think they also had like lofty goals with this, and they had to like cut it back. I doubt it was ad-libbed, but I don't think it's as well written.
Alex from the TASUS program, right? Good work on the interrogation of Dr. Nassif in Cairo. Teleportation, is it? Apostle Corps must have a line on some alien technology.
It does sound a little far-fetched.
Well, if we're lucky, you'll be giving the portal a test drive before too long. Good to have you with us. I had my staff procure this extra biomod canister so that you might be a more effective operative.
Thanks. Apostle Corps must be a pretty serious threat to be a concern to the director of the WTO.
I've been following the Apostle Corps investigation very closely. Your loyalty in this matter would be a great asset. However, we have a more pressing crisis. Her Holiness is missing, along with my security chief, Donna Morgan. I can't be distracted right now.
Anything I can do to help?
You came to Trier looking for a certain Apostle Corps official. I need you to stay focused on that objective for right now. If I find out that one of these strikers from Panzerworks hurt Her Holiness, though, I might have a slightly more dangerous assignment for you.
I understand.
When did we get this biomod canister? Also, I can't use this biomod canister, so... Cool.
If anything happens to Her Holiness, I don't want to imagine what will become of the...
Alright, so right now we are still just trying to find Tracer Tong. We don't need to do anything regarding Her Holiness. I mean, the thing is, like, there is a port of the original game on PS2. Like, I guess the upgraded, like, graphics really hampered the ability of what they could do, because I guess there's just more polys kind of everywhere. Was it more chopped up? I guess that would help things also. I need to actually play through that at some point. I am curious about it because I know very little about that version. More loaded screens that were longer. Okay, so we're looking for a tavern. Also, these pigeons are just like totally... Whoa. Okay. The other pigeon just like disappeared underneath me.
You should never have jammed those actuators at
Cut Liberty Island in half? That's wild.
Welders. Now you will pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the order accuse Panzer of
I'm just stepping on
poisoning
them,
the
not
river.
killing them.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics.
I guess
to
probably
stop
like
people
going
harming the
into...
natural order.
I don't know.
Enough of this garbage. We know
Going
what you
into
did,
the
and now you are
statue?
going to regret it.
Maybe? Like the... I don't know, that'd be wild.
Here we go.
Now is...
Oh my god, body.
Oh.
That is enough. I am leaving.
Wait, who are you? Where were you?
I'm not supposed to let you do that.
I'm not supposed to let you do that, he says as he like walks away. Extra walls around the load zone. Weird.
Trier's just been a circus lately.
Okay, so we got some sort of weapon store there that we could break into for some stuff.
Too damn many forms.
Oh, here's the Neuenwelden Tavern.
Panzerworks finally reached their breaking point.
Panzerworks.
Her Holiness comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with rioting.
Panzerworks did not
I wonder if their
take
hoods are
any
like
efforts to open their
semi
eyes to the harm they are causing the
visible
Earth.
through, like semi transparent,
What can we do? I worry for the safety of Her Holiness.
or do they just have to look down at the ground?
Have faith. This must be part of some greater order we cannot yet see.
Not now, friend. We are discussing the crisis. The Panzerworks factory has erupted into a riot and the violence is spreading.
I just kept one of your fellow Seekers from getting killed by a couple of thugs.
Thank you for your bravery and kindness. We're all in danger now. Panzerworks has erupted into a riot just as Her Holiness arrived in Trier to try to soothe tensions.
Yeah, they don't need to worry about eyes.
Workers.
The WTO and Order have long been at odds. Why the sudden flare-up in Trier?
We've been trying to persuade Panzerworks to stop polluting this region and restore to nature what is rightfully hers.
But don't the locals
And they
depend
can
on the factory
more
for
easily
jobs?
just make
We can have jobs and sustainability
use the
at
same models.
time. We tried to make this point in our peaceful protests according to Luminon Saman's orders.
Didn't these protests end up shutting down the factory several times?
Some machines were damaged, but no living beings were harmed.
Still, vandalism's a crime, right?
Only if preceded by an impure motivation. However, since Saman's tactics were not working, Her Holiness came to Trier to try and reach some form of truce. Now we have no idea where she is.
Really? Maybe I should look into this.
Meanwhile,
All right.
we have been accused.
We were only following Luminon Saman's
So let's go into the
directive.
tavern and see if we can find any information about Tracer Tong. I don't know why I always start looking at the ceiling like that, but
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly enforced since the riots.
So you want me to disarm in the middle of a war zone?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure before entry.
That's right,
I'll transmit
motherfucker.
the encrypted safety lock byte code, which will effectively freeze all your weapons.
not letting you shut them down.
There you go.
But I'm pretty sure there's still nothing you can do about it. Like, if you don't accept, I'm pretty sure there's no way to get into these places. I don't know why they made this like a thing. So we've got an upstairs that's locked. Maybe? Yeah, maybe there is a point where you can get around that, and so they just made it consistent throughout. I don't know.
Alex D.
I don't think there is,
How's the
though.
search coming?
I've made some discoveries. I think that you've brought me to the right place.
What's the passenger's name?
My instructions forbid me to say.
Maybe I could help if I knew who it was.
You've been very helpful already. My computer analyzed the transceiver in your temporal bone and found some interesting data files.
Those are encrypted files.
Something give you a temporal bone.
I will be using your eyes and ears to gather more data. As compensation, if you need a pilot for any reason, I will be available.
I'll check back when I need a pilot. I'm sure it means something. Okay, so that's our city map. Vishnu's Fall, brief history of the Indian crisis. Take your energy cell. Oh, what the fuck? It's just Tracer Tong, okay.
I suppose that, like the others, you're after my laboratory and the gateway to J.C. Dental.
You're Tracer Tong.
I see that Dr. Nassif didn't exaggerate about your mental acuity. Yes, I'm Tong. I suppose you will be wanting some answers. You may have already guessed that your true name is Alex Denton.
Dr. Nassif was telling the truth. I'm a clone of J.C. Denton.
With a few postnatal recombinations, yes. But our work has moved away from clones.
So this gateway, I can use it to find J.C. Denton?
Yes. Beneath the ruins of the Black Gate, J.C. constructed a portal to his secret base in Antarctica.
Secret Antarctic base! The most wild bullshit in this game. Perhaps.
The Templars use the portal? How could they unless one of the other trainees?
Unless the Templars have already convinced one of you to go through the gate and murder J.C. Exactly. At a minimum, they have a highly placed
Yeah, his
spy
Fortress
who's
of
torn apart our
Solitude.
organization, starting with Chicago.
What else do you know about this spy?
Whoever it is also helped the Templars kidnap Her Holiness during a meeting with the Panzerworks Union. They are holding her at the Blackgate Laboratory. I'm going to give you a code to a secret entrance, which is in a room on the second floor of the East Tower, 2521. Look for a keypad hidden behind some crates.
For all you know, I'm a Templar myself.
Then Apostle Corps has already lost everything. Rescue Her Holiness. Save the summit for the sake of both factions. They will help you against the Templars. You will need the help of the WTO and Order just a little while longer.
I understand.
Here's something to give you an edge. A biomod infusion. It isn't much, but it's all
Great,
I managed
I
to
still
grab
can't
on my
use
way
it.
out of the laboratory.
Give me some black market biomods and then we can talk. Alright, so this place is somehow even more like confusing than the other place. So that's like some locked room.
A member of the Order. Are you with the Summit?
Certainly not. I live here in Trier. Seekers here don't care very much for this notion of a summit.
Why not?
We have heard Luminan Saman's call for a return to scripture. In this shard, we read the scripture, the original word of Her Holiness, not what she says for the camera today or tomorrow or 2 weeks ago.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? That's exactly the attitude that opens the door to tyranny in a free state, remembering only what was said on the last talk show. What's the value of a free press when attention spans are so short?
I was just curious about the summit. Sorry to interrupt.
Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier are making a business.
How's your battle against the mime going?
It may bring power, but it won't bring balance into the lives.
Is that your new strategy? Just vote A. See what it comes up with.
Hey, bloody watch your step.
Sid Black.
Strangers welcome. Just don't make any speeches.
Because it matched war, invisible war. Yeah, it's literally just a check. It just goes through the list and sees if that substring is in there. Didn't do anything fancy. It works well enough.
You sure you locked up? Nora Guevara has been in my family for 3 generations. I've been locking up since I was a boy.
I told you, those weapon mods are stolen. They don't belong in a display case on the side of the road.
Okay, can we not with the... Okay. The other thing I discovered is that apparently all of this music, NG Resonance music, is an actual band called Kidney Thieves, who I'm unaware of, and apparently NG Resonance is modeled after whoever the lead singer is of that band. And I discovered on my first upload that it is not eligible for monetization because it contains their music. And when I looked it up, it's like, who the fuck is claiming the music from this game? It's like, oh, it actually legitimately is the band who did the music for the game. So fine, fair. Maybe mime ain't got shit on your plant, teen. Okay, so access the Black Gate Lab via an entrance on the east side of the ruins. And we are supposed to actually go there. Did we actually get... We got a code for the lab entrance, but... I don't think we actually got the code to the Black Gate itself.
Chairman Dumier of the WTO here.
Okay, here we go.
You found that old fool Tracer Tong. I would like to know what you were talking about. Please report to the Trier SSC station.
Meanwhile, I'm almost finished my Pokemon Emerald playthrough. Oh, it's a helipad spot up there. I'm at the Elite Four, but not in a position to beat them. Ooh, Ape Escape. Wait, also what did... Okay, so he just wants to talk, and he'll probably give us the code that we need. Ape Escape 3 is also exciting because when we do that, we'll also get to play... yeah, just a regular playthrough. I'm trying in quotes to get through all the Pokemon games, all the like mainline Pokemon games, before the Diamond and Pearl remakes come out.
I talked to Tracer Tong. He says that Her Holiness is being held by the Templars.
Interesting. Is he sure? We've noticed some Templar activity on the north side of town.
The Apostle Court laboratory is underneath the Black Gate. That's where she's being held.
I'm glad you are willing to betray Tong's confidence.
He said I should get your help. Perhaps we all have a common enemy now.
Not likely. Tong always has an ulterior motive, at least where
Chad,
I'm
not
concerned.
happy with Tong for some reason.
Arrest you, but stay away from that old fool. He will lure you into the criminal underworld.
I'll keep that in mind.
Here's a key to
But yeah,
the
I am
courtyard.
also... Okay,
like I
so
said,
good, we
the
did.
facility is on the north side of the city.
I am also curious to try a Pokemon randomizer at some point. But when I was looking it up, it's like, oh, I should just do a red or blue or something randomizer. And then when I was looking up, it's like really annoying to do those ones. Oh, random evolutions. It's really annoying with the earlier gen games because you can't actually look at the stats of your abilities. They aren't actually shown in game, so it's like impossible to tell. Like if those stats get randomized, there's no way to actually like figure it out. So it's like makes more sense to do it on a later game. I think Gen 3 is like the earliest. Yeah, Emerald is like the earliest you can do that kind of stuff, I think, because it's like the first game that actually shows the stats. Emerald 365. Chose a GBA game for essentially that reason. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing is I hadn't played anything. Well, essentially, I hadn't played anything between Gold, Silver, and Sword, Shield. So there's like a lot of games in the middle there. Mod for difficulty and giving the possibility of catching every Pokemon. That makes sense. I'm surprised there aren't more mods like that just like merge all the Pokemon. I'm sure there are mods like that actually. That being said, just merge all the Pokemon from both games into one, so you can actually catch them all. Oh, there's also sewers here. Can I go down in the sewers? No, I cannot. But yeah, so I want to try that at some point. So I'm also trying to like play through the games for that purpose. I got confused. Oh, here's a Queequegs.
All the equipment they wrecked and stored in the name of preserving the natural order. I do not understand why the WTO would agree to a summit with these freaks.
The order is not so aggressive in other cities. This Saman just went extreme on them.
That is why we had to do something. This summit is useless. We need to chase them out of Trier entirely.
So yeah, these guys are not wanting them around.
I am tired of paying for their crimes. Every time they mess with the plant, it comes out of my paycheck.
Oh yeah, there's so many things you can just like fuck with a Pokemon randomizer for sure. Yeah, because soft locks. Oh, better just level up, I guess, is basically the answer to that. Farmer's blend, honey lemon espresso, green tea with chai.
That right was started by the workers, not the order.
Yeah, the game is pretty much already random, yeah.
It's a shameful distraction. A bunch of potentates whining and dining, plus they bring in their own coffee.
What about the press, the added security?
A big show to distract everyone from the fact that the system is broken, both the Order and WTO. I filed a lawsuit under both jurisdictions, and all it's done is sit in a drawer somewhere.
Who are you suing?
Pequods. They run ads on the public terminal right across the street from my shop, and they don't even have a branch in Trier.
Is that illegal?
It's false advertising if the product doesn't exist, right? I would very much like to see the file they have in the evidence room at the SSC station. The suit was dismissed, but they won't tell me why. Or what I'd pay to know what's really going on.
What I'd pay, brackets 200 credits. We just fucking knock everything off of this count. Grumble. It seems like the appropriate response to if someone actually did this. Just fucking like dance on your goddamn. Let's get up on the shelf here. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Queequegs. Suck shit. David Kurzak.
Must be private security for one of the factions.
Not exactly. Who wants to know?
Name's David Kurzak. These are dangerous times.
Is this a sales pitch? Why don't you get to the punchline?
I think we both know what we're talking about. I'm a representative of the Omar black market.
Ooh, Omar.
Meeting, if you wish.
I didn't know the Omar employed non-cyborgs.
Normally I'm just a supplier, but with the summit happening, they need a rep who doesn't draw a lot of attention. Go to the abandoned Kuro shop above the Nine Worlds Tavern, a place called Durbalatenda Raba. I'll let the Omar know they should expect a customer.
Oh, okay, we got the key code for that. How many multi-tools do we have? We've got lots. Let's see what's back here. What secrets do you hide? Oh, fucking Greasels, what? The fuck?
I think I might be coming down with
What I
something.
really hate are the negative ads, where they say Queequegs exploits workers and has
They say Queequex exploits workers and has germs in their products. Fuck off, Friesel. Jesus, what is with this goddamn invincible... Oh, I didn't hit the right button to quick load, because that doesn't let me do that. Okay, maybe I just shouldn't go back into the back of Queequex here, because there's a Grizzle back there, and he's a motherfucker. AI and consciousness. Oh yeah, speaking of AI and consciousness.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. Welcome, Alex D. Hey, you left New Cairo without seeing me perform.
Sorry, I had some business to take care of in Trier.
Just don't stand me up again. It's not very nice. So, you must be here for the summit.
In a manner of speaking.
Clever girl. What's the matter? Don't like talking politics?
There are some things I like to keep my own counsel about.
Let's hang out again sometime.
Okay. So nothing going on with her. So I need to find the Black Gate entrance again because I lost track of where that actually was and got distracted by finding a coffee shop.
The order. Pansies.
Got some rats. Okay, I guess this is the Black Gate right here. Alright, so let's go rescue Her Holiness from the Apostle Corps facility here.
Hang on. There's a Templar military bot on patrol near this sector. You may
Sweet.
want to rethink travel in this area.
If I can get up close to that thing?
But why isn't SSC just getting rid of it?
We've got our hands full. Most of our guards are at headquarters providing security for the summit.
So you're just going to cede this territory?
We're waiting for reinforcements and our own mech detachment before we move in. This is way more firepower than we're prepared to deal with, especially with our resources focused at HQ. But if you can take care of a millbot on your own,
I sure
be my
fucking
guest.
can. If I can get close to it. Yeah.
Pattern match, highly probable.
You will contaminate humanity no more, you fiend.
Ow. Oh no. Oops. Alright, let's try that again. This time, maybe not getting murdered and cornered by the millbot. Probably meaning that I should use speed too. Yep. Person is very, very ragdolled there.
Purity will prevail.
Oh god. Alright. Let me go over here. Murder this person. I like how this person's like, oh, what was that explosion? Get fucked. Is there anything else that I can, like, actually break around here? Oh, cool. I was able to blow that door open. I don't know where that bot came from. Glorious. That person, like, still stuck in the wall over there. Alright. Cool. Oh, I guess this person died. Well, sucks to be them, I guess. But, on the plus side, they probably dropped some ammo, so... I gotta see what's going on with this person. Oh boy, that's some body horror. Alright, see you later, Council. Like, is that an arm that's caught down in the ground here? And also, just look at their neck. Jesus. Alright, so we murdered some guys over here. There's a shotgun. Oh yeah, which tower were we looking for? Entrance on the east side of the ruins on the second floor. So this is the north side of the ruins. East side of the ruins is over there. So it might be up there. Oh. This is probably the same building, all things considered. I love when cameras show me their visual radius. Hello, turret. So we're looking for... Also, what the fuck is this ladder? Weird. It really didn't look like I should have been going up this side either. Hello?
I'm having a look.
What's that I hear?
What's that I hear? I love that I seem to be like perfectly protected here. Like they weren't able to hit me, but I was able to shoot them. Now they get to...
You must have no idea who you're messing with.
I have an idea who I'm messing with. The bot's been shut down. That's strange.
I will keep this area secure.
My life for hire? Pack of cigarettes. I literally have no idea who I'm messing with because I don't see you. Here is the secret access. It's not very secret. There was a very visible... Do you think that gap is supposed to be there? It looks like a mistake. Like that door wasn't actually fully closed. Also, you can really tell that that is just sliding through the geometry because it kind of doesn't connect properly. Like the amount that's exposed changes.
You must have no idea who you're messing with.
Okay, well, we found the lab entrance. I don't know where those guys were, to be honest, so that was fun. All right, here we're...
Is someone
hello.
there?
You should
Nope.
run. I've still got some fight in me.
Okay, well, let's him down. Oops. Might as well use some med kits, right? Because, like, I got lots of those. Can't pick up any more. Might as well use some. I'm thinking I could hack this turret and then lure guys back here. That's maintenance. Huh?
What do you think this is now?
Have courage, pal.
Oh, I don't have enough bioenergy.
We can do this 1 inch at a time.
Hack faster, please. Get wrecked. And get wrecked. Lol.
Auxiliary components.
I don't know why I just took damage there. I think I must have blown up some... Oh, hello, spider bot. Light spider bot says, bleep. Yeah, I guess I blew something up. Where am I? Okay. Ooh, hello, ammo. Take that. Yoink. We got maintenance down there. I don't know. Okay. Here's a gate reactor. Warning, block gate reactor. Proceed with caution. Reactor for what? We don't know, but... Oh, hello. I didn't even know you were there. But you're dead now. Like, very dead. Oh, god damn it. There's another turret there. Containment. Okay, sure, but I could just, like, turn these lasers off because I'm a fucking god. And there are some people.
Are you Her Holiness? It's strange seeing you as just another person.
Yes, I'm just another ordinary human being.
Nicolette Duclair.
My name is Nicolette Duclair.
Chairman Dumier, the leader of your opposition, has taken a special interest in your safety.
The WTO wishes no harm to come to Her Holiness.
So yeah, Her Holiness is Nicolette Duclair, leading the order, and Chad Dumier,
the leader of your adversaries.
It's okay, Chief Morgan.
in charge of the order.
The truth?
Alex, the WTO and Order are not as they seem. They are but different faces of the same organization, the Illuminati, an ancient secret society to which Chad and I are the heirs. My mother was the Illuminatus Beth Duclair. The WTO and Order are merely the tools Chad and I are presently using to elevate humanity to the next level.
I don't know why she mentions her mother there. Because, like, at this point she just is the Illuminati, right? So, like,
if the WTO
who gives a shit about who her mother
was?
was?
Entities, then what's the point of this summit?
The real opposition right now comes from the Templars, the militant anti-biomodification group. The summit was only a cover to justify our public presence in Trier. Our true goal was to investigate rumors of a Templar splinter cell within the Order.
And what did you find?
With the help of Agent Morgan, I learned that Lumenon Saman is the traitor. He has converted most of the Trier Shard to his extremist views, incited the riots, and has been stealing equipment from the Panzerworks factory.
Saman? He's behind this?
Yes, everything. My kidnapping, the disabling of the gate. He's taken a critical component from it, the sequencing module, to the Order Church in Rockstadt, where his group is headquartered. Once you get that module from him, you'll be able to use the gates.
Thank God she's all right. Good work. My people will secure the facility. In the meantime, we should follow up on what Her Holiness learned about Lumenon Saman. Go to the tavern and hire a pilot. If you would like a map of Saman's
There's an extra
compound,
eye in that
go to
wood
the
there.
SSC station on your way across town.
Okay, so yeah, so...
Dumier sent me to safeguard Miss Duclair's
Oh,
return.
hello.
She's all yours.
Thank you. I will be assuming command of this facility.
This is an Illuminati elite trooper who just kind of suddenly showed up here. And they...
Report to Mr. Dumier.
Much like the MIBs, have eyes on the back of their head. Or on the back of their neck, rather.
Now that you know the WTO isn't what it seems, what are you going to do? Leave the organization?
I don't know. I'm still reeling from the shock. But somehow it's starting to make sense now.
Can you forgive them?
It does make me uneasy, finding out it's all a front. But I can also see what the Illuminati are trying to accomplish and why they must work in secret. I'll probably continue publicly working for the WTO, but with a new awareness of its true importance.
Leave me.
The WTO and Order are actually two branches of the same organization?
Precisely.
Why are my feet
You could
through the
never
ground?
lose humanity as one monolithic force, at least not initially. The Illuminati have always worked in secret, and the WTO and Order are just two of our present facades.
But people dedicate their lives to these causes, and it turns out they're just your pawns?
Not at all. We are humankind's servants, not their puppeteers. We knew that human society could not respond to a single voice, so we engineered these organizations. With these fronts, we can optimally lead civilization toward a bright future.
peculiar
Simon really is a
behavior.
Templar?
Please depart.
Unfortunately, yes. He has taken the Order's respect for nature and warped it into fanaticism. His quest for purity is just a euphemism for the extermination of modified individuals.
Surely the Illuminati can deal with a few crackpots.
Don't underestimate the Templars. Saman has amassed a great deal of support and resources for his cause.
Alright, so yeah, Saman is... Okay, thank you, sir. Oh, and we got a gray in here as well.
Finished repairing damage.
I mean, the thing is, like, these are the close-ups with better graphics, even. Like, can we talk to this guy through the... Yes, we can.
JC's gone bad. We do not like the last one's questions. She works with these intruders, and now she's gone through the gate to our home in Antarctica.
You must mean Billy and the Templars. I guess she's already passed through this way. Did she take any Templars with her?
Billy and the Templars.
Only JCs can use the gate. Apostle Gore even had to bring this one the long way. That control was to keep us all safe. But now that woman has turned wrong.
What does Apostle Corps need creatures like you for?
I don't know why they're so huge.
JC came and helped us. This one is here, away from all the ice, to help with lab works. But then the Templars came.
I had nothing to do with the attack on this lab. I'm trying to get to JC myself. Can you tell me anything useful?
This one already told the other one from JC everything. Betrayal. This one was to be set free, but it was more lies and destruction. You must not betray. JC may be in danger already.
Gray, hello.
Go away. The intruder's with you.
Does it help if I let you out? I wonder. If I hack this, do you appreciate it in any way? Or is it just a waste of multi-tools? Ow. Nope, okay, let's reload before we wasted that multi-tool. Because it only hurts in there. Okay, so that's fine. So
Is no longer required.
Thank you for that. Hire pilot, search the evidence room at SSC. Meet the Omar at the above. Yeah, before we die of radiation poisoning, we can talk to Dumier to get a map. Alright, so yeah, we are... Oh, hello.
I think these Templars are itching for a war.
Okay. What's over here? Oh, so this is the teleporter, I think.
I guess Her Holiness is finally safe now.
Here's T-Tongs. Office. Ooh, hello. Hello.
Someone there.
What? Moment to Blackgate staff. Here's the new login for the Blackgate Master Control. Sorry to keep changing these, but gotta keep blah 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 blah. Energy. Excuse me, did they just... What? Why is the alarm going off? I don't know what they just did. Climate of Antarctica. Antarctica's climate is harsh only to those unprepared. Look at the penguin. Perfectly designed and insulated for... Yes, correct. Look at the penguin. Perfectly designed. Period. A feat of natural engineering.
Strip and grid. Let's go.
I don't know where she is, but she better show up soon. The facility here is being raided by the Templars. So far, we're holding our own, but I don't know how much longer that will last. This may be my last transmission.
Okay, got some credits. AI and consciousness. So yeah, are these biomod, like regular biomods? Yeah. But like, again, how could you... I guess I could be doing just regular biomods all the way, but like, I've got 5 spare biomod canisters right now. And we're like still so early in the game.
Good work.
Back to business as usual.
I guess it's just another... Okay, control.
Let's just.
Oh, hello. Why had they not come up here to deal with this guy yet? Oh, maybe they had and they killed him? Oops. Okay, so that's like nothing exciting. Weird. Okay, I don't know why there was still a guy up here. That's Tracer Tong's office. That was all that was over here, right? Oh, I guess there was that ladder that goes upstairs. That's probably faster than going all the way back, because I assume this goes to that little maintenance hatch that I saw earlier. Whoa, maybe not. What is this? This generator room that's like just on fire. Do I even need to do this right now? Is this something that I should be doing? What's even back here? I assume this is like... Okay, I mean that gets me a repair bot. That's kind of cool. Auxiliary.
Just restored power to the experimental device on the lower level. Good, you're thinking ahead. But you'll have to come back later to bring it online. We don't know enough about it yet.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I still need to get that part. Okay, and I guess I would have been guided to go through there at that point, but I kind of was just exploring and did that ahead of time. Okay, so I guess that's all well and good. Well, I mean, we still need stuff to make it operational. We've restored power to it, but we still are not able to actually use it. We know what it does. It's a teleporter. But we don't have everything that we need, I guess, is the moral of the story. Because the Templars stole some shit from it. Is this where I was before? I guess I just didn't see those energy cells.
Purity will prevail.
Hello.
Your time on the
Should probably not try and use my sword on shotgun boys.
Come on, G-Trap.
What? Alright, that was interesting. Apparently I can fall off there too, if I am as bad at running around corners as that other guy was. Well, it's more just that our gun kind of sucks shit. I like how that didn't even actually explode. Is there even any reason for us to be up here?
The zone seems to be clear now.
I guess just because there's guards like here. But I guess we can just leave here. Like, there's no reason for us to be here anymore. And these guys aren't even a threat to us, so... Almost fell. Alright, so we came in... I guess we came in through that other door, but it doesn't really matter because we murdered everyone here. So, hire pilot, evidence room, Omar, right. So I guess we'll take Ava again. Maybe at some point I should hire Sid Black, but I also, like, don't give a shit. Let's go in here first. We could go into the evidence locker. It's not like it would be ridiculously difficult or anything. So, were we map and briefing on the Templar compound? Yes. So that was also a thing we needed to do. So that's 3. How many do we have? Oh, we actually only have 4, so we're not in a great position here to actually hack that.
Your followers haven't expelled you yet?
Word is leaking out that Her Holiness and I have been secretly working together. I think we can spin that into diplomatic ties.
Or private negotiations. How does that sound, darling?
No need for people to have the perception that we started these organizations for some other purpose.
Unless somebody tells them.
I could tell them myself. They would think it was the same old story. The Illuminati secretly controlling the world. Who? Some might believe it, but everybody else would laugh in my face.
People want to believe certain things about their leaders. That's always been our key to power.
You said you had a map of the Templar compound.
Yes, of course. Here you are. Find the sequencing module. Go through the gateway to JC Sanctuary. We have our own interest in protecting JC Denton from the Templars.
I would think that you and Apostle Corps would be bitter enemies.
We are, but first the clam must give up its pearl. Good luck, Special Agent Denton. We will call on you when the time comes. In case you need a pilot to take you to the compound, the Nine Worlds Tavern...
I like how they don't even, like, offer to, like, actually have a pilot take us there. It's no, find your own way, thank you very much. Okay, so let's go, let's just experiment a little bit down here in evidence. Do a quick save. If we hacked this. Oh, that actually only used 2. That's interesting. I have no idea how to go between the number of locks that it shows and how to get to how much it actually consumes. Astro Collins Media. Bob, there must be a mistake. Are we really billing the same account for both the Pequods and Queequeg's ad space? Jill. Yes, it's one account. The client would prefer that our firm keep these transactions private, though. Follow me? Just push the paperwork. So yeah, here is the big reveal. Ooh, right after we learned about the WTO and the Order. Pequods and Queequegs are owned by the same parent company. Which is admittedly kind of a funny little subplot to have in a game like this. And we got another biomod container. This one is a black market one though, so we can actually upgrade our neural interface. Enable domination or reliance, switching options for turrets would be the next level, so that's going to be an exciting one. But otherwise, I don't think there's anything in here. There's those flash bombs, but like, who gives a shit? I don't think there's anything up on these higher shelves. Yeah, let's get out of here. So we can talk to the Pequods or Queequegs guy. Notify the manager that both coffee shops are at the same company and collect a 200 credit reward. Okay, so yeah, let's go find that place again. That was in some weird little corner of the map here. So I have to just poke around a little bit. It's not that way. It's down a little side street. There's the tavern. Okay, here it is. Into Queequegs, which is its own map. Alright.
I can tell you what happened to your lawsuit.
You can?
Pequods and Queequegs are owned by the same people. It's one company. I saw the proof in the SSC evidence room.
I don't understand.
You're suing your own company, and the owners don't want the truth to come out in court.
You mean all of this, my business, the competition with Pequods, it's all some sort of fabrication?
Well, it's not unusual for a company to promote more than one brand of a product.
Unbelievable. They've deceived millions, hundreds of millions of people. We can't let them get away with this. Thank you. You saved me the hassle of hiring any more lawyers. I hope you'll accept a small reward.
I suggest you report this in media. Force the parent company to come clean. I wouldn't stick my neck out if I... Yeah, let's see this guy die.
To the media. Force the parent company to come clean.
I'll do it. They think they can trick me into serving their illegal scheme? The answer is no, my friend. The answer is no.
Good luck.
This guy's gonna get killed by Big Coffee.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about, Alex?
Guess what I found out? The Order and WTO are both puppets of the Illuminati.
The
yeah.
Order and WTO are both puppets of the Illuminati.
Don't tell me you're one of those paranoid secret society types.
I'm telling the truth.
I can't believe you let someone lead you on like this. Who was it? I'll straighten them out for you.
I found out on my own.
You're scaring me, Alex. Be careful what you go around telling people. You might get yourself in trouble.
Warning.
Accusations of corruption are a serious matter, Alex. Conspiracy theories appeal only to those who need an easy explanation for their problems.
Because it's a hollow sim.
So you're Mr. Kurzak. I've heard of your partner, Mr. O'Rourke, in Seattle.
He's not my partner anymore. We ran arms for a while, but then the Omar made it better.
I heard that he wound up dead.
The Omar have a way of either absorbing or eliminating the competition. O'Rourke was dipping from the Emperor's well. Or maybe I...
Sure.
I don't remember what the
Omar
deal was
moved
with
into Trier a
O'Rourke.
few months ago. I knew I had to adapt or get out of town.
Okay, so let's go to the upstairs of the tavern. And see what we can buy from the Omar there. Hopefully some more black market mods. Wait, what is going on over here? Oh, I guess this is an ATM that's protected with a turret. Is this the bar? Yes, it is. Okay, so that was the outside. That's to there. We have to do this bullshit
No, you've just
once again.
Standard deactivation procedure.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation.
So let's go upstairs using the Trier Curio Shop code into this shitty little...
Your business is with the... I provide defense should the need arise. Traders handle the business.
Yes. It appears Kurzak has found us another customer.
Yeah, he told me where to find you.
Alright.
And the Omar are grateful to you for your help in avoiding the Templar raid in Cairo.
I did what I had to do.
You will appreciate our merchandise. You are a welcome customer, having helped us in the past.
What are you selling?
I have a black market
What are you selling?
enables non-piezochem functionality. If you choose this item, we will direct you to a drop site for it after you have paid.
Okay, so we have to find that somewhere else. Ooh, 5 multi-tools is also an exciting thing.
Temporarily switches their alliances, and I also have 5 multi-tools used.
And I have lots of money, so I can actually buy both. Let's start with the multi-tools.
An excellent text. Would you like to make?
Yes, let's take the black market biomod.
The black market
500
biomod
is a
sounds like
steal.
deal. I'll take it.
The drop site is the Blackgate Ruins, West Tower, top floor, in an unmarked silver foot.
Got it.
An excellent tech.
Why that has a drop point, I don't know, but whatever. Alright, so that's good stuff. So let's go pick that up. Actually, can I talk? I guess I can talk to Ava while we're here. I think that's the only other thing. Hire a pilot? Yeah. Yeah, those are literally our only two things. Why did... Oh, okay, I see. I was trying to figure out what those lines were that appeared on the side. I guess they just appear when you're like highlighting something.
Not interested.
I will be waiting for you.
Okay, I'm gonna just quick save because I feel like this is gonna just...
I need someone to take me to the Rastatt neighborhood.
As you wish. I will meet you on the rooftop next to the tavern.
Okay, so that is activated. So now let's go pick up the biomod canister. Because if we get that, then that will have our neural interface maxed out and we'll be unstoppable. Because we'll be able to just like fully hack every security computer. We can hack computers, we can hack bots, we can fuck shit up. Okay, so the black gate over this way. I like how those corpses are still just kind of hanging out there. Black gate is over here. And I guess, so this is on the other side. Yeah, because this is in the west tower this time. Which I guess means this one. I think ooh, we got some multi-tools and shit down here. Corpse Patrol hasn't cleaned it up yet. Okay, this is a very tall staircase. Sucks to be him. Sucks to be him, especially because I'm gonna just hurl his corpse into the abyss. But I think we still need to go up a floor. You have returned. Welcome back. Hope your walk was good and not snowy. We ended up getting just a very light dusting of snow overnight, which was disappointing, but also I was glad to see it was not nearly as much as had originally been forecast. Yeah, I mean, it's not even our last, like, there's still 3 weeks before our last frost date here, so it's still a ways off at this point. Just have heavy pollution. That's also delightful. Oh, I guess it's in here. Biomod canister and an energy thing. Okay, so yeah, let's upgrade our neural interface. Sunny Beat, that's awful. This kind of sucks because I am at full bioenergy here too. I mean, I guess I might as, because I'm not going to be coming back here, so I might as well just use that like one little smidgen and then do this. Okay, so we've got that. All our augs are now maxed out because somehow we can do that this early in the game. Also, considering I've overwritten and like thrown away some upgrades at this point. And also I have, I think, yeah, 5 canisters spare right now. Like, okay, so that's where that was. How do I... Okay, so this is the big old staircase that goes down. It's somewhat impressive how they managed to make a shitty looking energy sword. Like, isn't this the lamest energy sword you could ever imagine seeing? Like, the fucking Dragon Tooth sword looks goddamn awesome. Of course, that was just like a lightsaber with a dragon hilt, but like, still awesome. Why did they make this shitty, like, barely visible energy sword? Yeah, right? It's like... It's nothing. Even the animation for it is, like, not very good. I guess at this point we're literally just going to the... Yeah. Literally just going to the place. So we're looking for the helipad right next to the tavern. Here is the Ava geometry. Helicopter that just looks like it's made out of concrete.
More decryptions of my communications.
I'm your friend, Alex. The more I know, the better I can protect you.
Just get me to the Rashdot, and try not to draw too much attention.
Business is business.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Blessed be, blessed be.
Crazy Wendy.
My records show that empty wastewater canal connects every building in this district.
I thought she was calling Crazy Wendy an empty wastewater canal.
Due to occurrences of my passenger's name in certain communications.
Something wrong?
Demons, catch me.
Sorry, never mind.
First, they run me out of the Lord's house, then they chase me out of the tunnels.
You used to live at the cathedral?
I was the last believer. Then the cultists moved in. I went back once, through the basement tunnels. That's how I saw the ritual.
A secret entrance to the cathedral?
It was for utilities. Then the canal dried up and you could get in from outside. One of these times, I'm gonna set a fire.
Alright, Crazy
Belief
Wendy.
needs no armaments. Never cower from the truth.
Got anything exciting in the dumpster today? We got ourselves a med kit and a multi-tool, so note to everyone, always check your dumpsters for good shit. God, we got so many multi-tools at this point. We've got just openly hostile dudes here.
Anyone there?
Nope.
That's enough.
Get wrecked. Wait, okay, that was a Templar Paladin. For a second I thought that was a WTO guy. Also, their shirts say TK? Templar Knight? Templar Knights? You would think it would say KT for Knights Templar, but apparently not. I don't know where this bot is. I will fight to the death, and then death you shall have. Oh, there's the bot.
When the time comes, we must make the proper remembrances.
Oh god, I started slipping down that, like, side of the thing there. Okay, so let's just disable these because we are ridiculously powerful. Hello, flamethrower turret. What?
System damage managed.
Okay, disabled. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking flamethrower, boys. Talk about purification, Jesus. Cleansing fire and all that. Alright, let's go for a med kit. Fuck off with that.
Go ahead, hide, coward.
Coward. Dumpster surprises? Nope.
I know someone's there.
I don't know where. Like, that's an issue with this game. Is there's a lot of times you just have no idea where these people are, and they are saying things.
Bow down, infidel.
Maybe I should. Oops. Hit him with the mag rail. This seems like a. Seems like unsatisfying to actually shoot people with. It looks really powerful, but it doesn't one-shot them or anything, so should just be using the sniper rifle. But we made it to the Templar Church. Alright, we are inside, I guess. So what's that? It's very, like, there's like no feedback when you, it's kind of the same as when you're just shooting dudes with like the pistol. It's like, yeah, you're hitting them and you can see their health bar go down, but there's like no reaction to getting hit whatsoever. Anything over here? Okay, we got someone we can murder. How is that the reaction that the enemies Oh, I just destroyed. Okay, well. We're going to reload because that was a repair bot that I just destroyed. Oops. I think I should probably reload because it knows. Okay. Let's murder that guy this time. Look at that flailing. I just, like, shot that through the world. Where can I actually go? I guess just in there. But yeah, that's a repair bot. So I could hack this and get myself some energy refill.
Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
Wait, what am I seeing on that? Spider bomb. Shitty little spider bomb. Too bad I can't, like, re-dominate those. Whoa, okay, we got ourselves.
You're in
Okay, it actually started aiming. There we go. Would have been exciting if I had like opened that door and then dominated the bot. You're a filthy. Oh, I don't have any ammo anymore. All right.
Quick work, all right, for the sake of purity. Somewhere, right over here.
Flank the target!
You're in the basement of humankind, it's here.
Health bar is the top left corner.
Functionality restored.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird little thin, yeah, very, very small health bar. Might as well just like...
Almost got the farm back there.
Bonk that. I mean, it's a pretty standard health bar spot.
Diagnostics passed. Initiating repairs.
Alright.
Repairs complete.
Repair me more.
New repair tasks welcome repairing damage. Finished.
Okay, so now we need to actually still get in and get past that, like, rocket turret.
This area.
Okay. Successfully disabled.
You aren't so special anymore, Denton. Maybe you remember Billy Adams.
Lumen and Simon, where are you?
She's as much Denton as you, thanks to the Apostle Core infusions. I sent her through the teleporter to locate and kill JC.
And I'm right behind her.
About 3 hours behind, if my clock is right. I now know where the teleporter takes its passengers. My people are closing in on JC's sanctuary.
That
this
arm
very
swing.
second.
Your enemies know who you are. You can't hide for long.
Little do you realize how vulnerable they will be if I can use JC's power against them. I can remain hidden long enough for Billy to complete her assignment. Then it will be your turn to hide.
Okay, so yeah, Billy's headed to Antarctica to kill JC. Grandmaster Simon, the security upgrade is complete. Password info attached. The system is already also ready to accept Apostle Core software for storage and analysis. Your humble servant, Lieutenant Greg. Alright, we got anything else exciting in here? We got a multi-tool there. Templar compound. These are my bots, right? Yeah. Where does this actually go? To some further base? Do I need to... Oh, I guess I still need to get the actual components, so I assume they're down here. Oh! Hello, not so much friend. We just slice your face off very slowly. Got some ammo, we got some med kit, some energy cell. Got some soy food, got a spider bomb, and a noisemaker grenade. That's new. Haven't encountered one of those before, I don't think. Got a flamethrower for good measure. Whole lot of ammo in that one. It actually might... How much ammo do I have? Oh, it's definitely worth hacking this open for 3 clips of ammo here. Alright, what have we got over this way? We got some grenades locked up in that one. Which is not worth it. Oh. Strange. Small price for the sake of purity. The small price being getting shot in the head. Okay, we got some lasers over there that we can easily disarm. Another multi-tool? They're just giving us so many multi-tools. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, the fact that there's so many lasers here is a pretty strong indication that this is probably somewhere I need to go. What do you mean? You're clearly not that committed. Alright, so... Got some dead dudes here already. Wait, what? There's nothing here. Stupid rat. Alright, fine, whatever. Just disable that. We got nothing down there. But yeah, I could probably jump up this way. Maybe get something out of this. Where the fuck am I? Oh, what? We're like right back where we started. Oh, I see where we are. Okay. What? Oh, so we're like back outside. Oh, what the fuck? We're like back outside again. Okay, weird. And therein lies part of the issue. Just everything looks the same, so I didn't even realize I was literally in a place that I had been before. Okay, so we... I wonder if I should be going through there? Is there anything else for me to... Yeah, so... Yeah, because we had come in the front door, and then we went down this elevator, and that, like, took us back outside? What? So we must have to go over here. I guess. There's, like, a lot of ambition with this game that never paid off.
Tarsus tracking report 1242. Clara Sparks. Subject eliminated in Cairo. She'd allied herself with the WTO, who'd placed her high in the ranks owing to her abilities.
Oops.
Intel suggests that Dumier had recognized her special attributes as well, and seemed to be treating her as a special protege. But apparently even that was not enough to protect her from righteous termination.
So yeah, Clara got killed. I don't know if we could have saved her. I think you probably can. If we had, like, killed the Templar guys there or something. What? I don't know. The story is not that complicated. The issue, in my mind, is more that there's just, like, so many things happening that are kind of... Oh, we have to down... Okay, I didn't expect that to be a downloadable thing.
Outside and return to Trier. We're going to find out if this teleportation...
But there's like a lot of simultaneous like options going on, and so there's just like kind of an information overload in my opinion, with this game, where there's like just a lot of stuff they're throwing at you all kind of all at once, and it doesn't coalesce as well as it did in the first game, because that was a little more linear with what they ended up portraying to you. That's disabled. Okay, Crazy Tracy.
Belief needs no armaments.
Back into the concrete helicopter.
As you wish.
Let's go.
Very well. Alex, may I give you some advice?
I really need to be getting back.
What seems like victory may simply be the first stage of your defeat.
You sound like you know something I don't.
Be careful of Luminant Saman.
What's it to you?
I've seen others fall for his pretty deceptions. They've ended up doing unspeakably ugly things.
I appreciate the concern, but I can think for myself.
I hope you can, Alex. I sincerely hope you can.
Alright. Ava showing some opinions all of a sudden. Okay, so now I literally have no goals right now? That's weird.
The Templars are one step ahead of us, but not for long. Prepare the gate with the sequencing module. Find your long-lost older brother on the other side, then wait for my orders.
Come to the tavern. I have more to tell you about JC's condition and why you are so important.
Remember my advice, Alex. You will need it.
Let's go talk to Tong.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon...
So you want me to disarm?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure.
Why do we have to sass this fucking guard every time we come in here?
Thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, there it is.
When you go to Antarctica and find JC, remember what hangs in the balance. I haven't told you just how powerful JC has become.
One of the other trainees, Billy Adams, has already gone through the gate.
She has signed her soul over to the Luddites, the haters of technology. Protect JC, or she could plunge the world into another dark age. Trust me, I was like her 20 years ago, and I still share some of the blame for triggering the collapse.
I thought you said JC was powerful.
He is, but the merger with the Helios AI has been problematic. He has fallen into a state of near catatonia and will be vulnerable until you can revive him.
How do I do that?
By transferring your biomod architecture to JC, you will complete his interface to the AI and bring him out of the coma. This is a job we intended for Paul, but now it falls on your shoulders.
Paul Denton?
He too is helpless and in need of our new systems. We thought we had the infusions perfected 3 years ago, but his body rejected them violently. He had to be cryogenically frozen until we could finish the design.
Cryogenically frozen?
The Cairo facility captured by the Templars.
Exactly. JC will tell you more. Please, don't delay.
So yeah, the Templars have Paul also, who is frozen.
To murdering the only sincere leader humanity has ever had.
Okay, so objective-wise, yeah, still just go to fucking Antarctica.
All will be forgiven.
Metal Gear.
I mean, you've literally seen me play Super Mario Sunshine. But Voyager is really, not... I wouldn't really describe it as super plot-heavy. That's a very light and fluffy series. Cryogenically frozen. Like within the last 2 years. Why is Lin Mei Chen here?
Like what?
Just rumors. But is it true? Did she make a secret
I think that was
alliance
like
with
last
WTO?
year, maybe? 2 years ago? Her Holiness and Mr. Dumea are leaders of a secret society called the Illuminati. Someone's reading too much. Okay, no.
Her Holiness and Mr. Doom.
We're telling everyone.
Of a secret society called the Illuminati.
I don't understand.
The woman you call Her Holiness is the daughter of the Illuminatus Beth Duclair. She founded the church after the collapse as a foothold to regaining power.
But how could she support the WTO?
She and Mr. Dumier knew that it would be too hard to pull together a global government from the chaos of the collapse. They chose to reinvent specific aspects of power and then bring them together later into one body.
The scriptures, though, were they...
A well-designed psychological tool.
I grew up in post-collapse Hong Kong. My parents were Max
Ruined
Chen and
everything
Michael
for her.
Chow, conspirators involved with
Yeah, so...
I swore I would never ruin myself with lies the way they did.
You aren't the one to blame.
She's the daughter
I
of Max
deceived
Chen and Maggie
millions,
Chow.
Hundreds of millions of people. I'm such a fool.
Just ruined her life by telling her that actually she was basically involved with the same things her parents were all along. Actually, can I talk to her more and watch her break down even more?
I was one of the church's first disciples. They lied to me. My whole life. Just something they outlined on a piece of paper.
Okay, so she's just obviously displeased. Okay.
Let's earn ourselves a bonus.
Why are there more guys here now?
Damn you, lady!
Just let them fight this out.
You're gonna kill me over this? Huh? Bastard!
What? I'm looting the bodies, dude. Like, don't...
Victory awaits.
Don't distract me when I'm looting bodies. Wait, where... Oh, okay, there's another dude over there.
Oh, God. I'm too late.
Just keep up the racket.
I hear shooting, but like... I don't know where it's happening, and it doesn't sound like it's very effective. Alright, well, here's the lab. Very odd that more guys spawned there.
So now you must upload the sequencing module from the gate's control room.
From the gate control room. Alright. Oh, so that's probably that upstairs room that I encountered. Gate control, yeah. Gate control. This is where we'll open the iris and all of that.
Control room. You should be able to install the sequencing module at the computer terminal.
Again, gate sequencing. Actually, let's also do that and make that.
Wonderful. The device is
Lock gate
operational.
active.
Now, Alex, simply take a deep breath and step inside. I'm willing to bet that this thing actually works.
Oh, what? There's no actual window here. What the fuck? That looks a lot like the resonance cascade from Half-Life. Yeah, so what happens if... It kind of sounds like it too, actually. This has to have been inspired in some way. Anyway, we're going in. It's like with the beams at the top and like...
Please, speak with me.
Welcome to the shack with an ice shelf.
Hello?
Hello.
No more violence, yet more deviation from the plan. All was to arrive with the key, bringing the perfected genetic code. JC was to awaken to greet the new age. Instead, that woman came, followed soon after by the hateful ones. Where is Paul? What is going on?
I'll bet that your intruders are Billy Adams, along with some Templar backup. After that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think these guys are not actually radioactive themselves.
Face fell silent. He took care of us. In return, we would maintain his habitat while he slept, and await Oswald's masterpiece. Paul was to accompany the key, but instead 2 keys have arrived, and Paul remains nowhere.
So were the keys. The gate must use some sort of DNA fingerprinting, and since both Billy and I have Denton genetic code, we were able to use it. It was never about the training, was it? They were just perfecting the DNA.
And the gate has only brought us destruction. The hateful ones threaten, capture, and murder us. We can neither fulfill our duties to JC, nor can we get to his habitat to awaken him.
Why would the Templars bother with capture? I hate to be so blunt, but it seems that elimination would make more sense.
It is not clear. It seems they are trying to learn more about us, but in gravely vicious ways. Right now, there is one of our number in captivity. If you could help him reach
The last Grey is in
it
captivity.
would mean a great deal to us.
The galaxy is not at peace. Okay, so there's a Grey that we need to free, and we need to revive JC. Over here we got some camp layout. Here's yet another copy of the layout of the encampment. I don't know where these things keep going. Maybe those nasty Grey things are eating them. So that is a map of the encampment. So that's where we arrived. Here's some tents. Abandoned VerseLife base. There's the entrance to JC's sanctuary.
Perhaps you fear that you will inadvertently do the bidding of the Illuminati. Have patience. Nothing will be the same once you have revived JC Denton. Welcome to Antarctica, JC's sanctuary for 20 years.
So yeah, JC's basically been fucking off here because it didn't really work.
Why do you persist? Tom,
Penguins!
Your Holiness, they're all fools. Do you really understand what they're asking you to do? Go to Tent 04 and I'll contact you there.
Honk honk. But also you can kill the penguins. But we're not going to. We're going to undo time. Nothing ever happened. You just have to test these things and demonstrate. I am merely demonstrating. Sometimes you just need to test to see how much ragdoll the penguins really have. So I don't know if we need to go... Oh, the abandoned VerseLife base is probably where the... Oh, hello, Millbot. The abandoned VerseLife base is probably where the captured Grey is.
Signal investigating specific threat. Readiness level maximum.
Alright, prepare to be fucked. Well, silly paladin. Millbots are for kids. Also, something's on fire in there. That's our Grey friend. Alright. Area cleared. What are these on the ground? Concussion grenade, ammo. Dudes in silly outfits. Wait, where were those containers with the guys in them? Are they these ones?
Quite near the captured Grey that their leader was talking about. Save the poor creature, or the Templars will vivisect him to learn about the Grey's vulnerabilities.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Could also let that Greasel out, but...
What do you require?
Find your way home.
It is good to be returned.
So the security computer...
Like this.
Oh, I see. I could have shut down the millbot from there. Flamethrower. Site X. Which I'm assuming is the VersaLife base? That's not the button I meant to hit. Ow. Okay. Given that that costs energy to go in there, let's assume that we don't need to go there yet. And continue on to JC's Sanctuary. I think this is where we came out, where these two flaming penguins are. So, okay, so maybe Site X is where I need to go then. Because this would be the abandoned VersaLife base then. Yeah, VersaLife Research Facility. So it's over here then. So I can go here for... Take a holocaust. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But we can also take a call from Billy. I mean, I'll take the call, but I'll tell her to go fuck herself because she's a crazy motherfucker. Also, there's a gray in a container here. Look, another one of these carcasses. So it doesn't really matter if we free that one because they've already got another gray carcass there to use. Is there anything else good in here? Knife jammed into the table. J.C. Denton's location. We finally found the entrance to this madman's lair. Not long before I put an end to the father of human genetic pollution himself. Onward to purity. Report 17. Finally, we've located J.C. Denton's base. The sanctuary itself appears to have no active defense, but the door is immovable and impenetrable. Step up our attempts until we gain entry. That one's got some stuff in it. This one's a lot more ammo, so that would probably be good. Ammo full.
Listen, I don't know exactly what they've all told you, but you're just a pawn. And reviving an ancient mad cyborg isn't gonna help.
Ancient mad cyborg.
Templars are sane and
No,
reasonable.
this is not the end of the game.
Lesser of the evils offered at this point. The other entities all want you to revive the man responsible.
I think we're like...
What good can that possibly accomplish?
We're getting there, actually. I think we're like kind of 2/3 of the way through the game now.
And what would you?
It's kind of weirdly short.
The only safe way to deal with such dangerous power and such an unstable individual is to destroy him. It's the only way.
That's an interesting viewpoint, especially since JC's work made us both what we are today.
That hardly matters in the grand scheme of things. You can try, but you're not going to be able to stop me from repurposing the Helios core for more beneficial purposes.
Okay, so Billy is still a shithead. There's nothing of excitement in there. Nothing particularly exciting in there because that's a biomod canister and a med kit, which I've got full on. There's literally nothing there that I even need. All right, let's try going to JC's base ourselves then. Which is Site X, I believe. So yeah, this should be that. I don't know if we can actually get in. We probably just need to get the code from the VersaLife base, is my assumption, is that we could have gone that way to get that, so I wouldn't need to hack it.
Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
Right, yes. So these... are the power armor guys. They are particularly weak to the mag rail.
Yes. This way.
JC's calling us. Oh, hello. Okay, so that's now disabled. Because the secondary fire of this is an EMP shot. Oh, shit. I'm sliding down the cliff. I'll be sliding down the mountain when she comes. What did I just hear? Is my Roomba not on its base? Because I think I just heard it say, please charge Roomba. This guy, I guess he must be out of range. Got him. Alright, so here we are at the facility. Greasel activity. We're seeing an unusual amount of greasel activity in the area. Apparently they escaped that Versalife base when it was abandoned and populated this entire area. Must have been eating the penguins and living in ice pockets and caves. Be on your guard, because these things are probably pretty hungry for humans at this point. Let's head to JC Denton's sanctuary.
To revive JC, you'll have to repair Helios's 5 processing modules with an infusion of your biomod architecture. Prepare yourself for the unexpected, Alex. JC is conscious, but trapped in a struggle with the Helios AI. His memory is so intermingled with the AI that echoes of his former life are embedded in the very construction of this sanctuary.
Which is a hint of foreshadowing.
Look at this funhouse. I guess it's some sort of architectural photo album. This room is from Hong Kong, where JC Denton went into hiding for a while. Talk about ego. Is this what you want to bring about? The whole world recreated in his image?
So yeah, this is Maggie Chow's apartment.
The other key is already here. It is time to awaken JC, but we fear she is here to prevent it and to harm him. You must stop her, and you must revive him.
But how?
Upon the arrival of the key, JC was to be awakened to welcome the perfected.
I didn't actually think that was how we went into these different areas, but apparently it was.
Now there is much unexpected violence, but we will proceed according to the original.
This is a very weird part of the game.
Activate the nodes, reconnect him with the waking. But beware, the other key has made her own plans.
What do you mean?
She has machines, weapons. She has hate. She intends to destroy JC and all who stand in her way. Do not let this come to pass.
Okay, so yeah. They don't want us to help Billy. Energy cell full. So yeah, that's like... it's literally nothing but just like a reference. It's like, hey, look. Do you remember that? Is there... 'cause I think once I activate this... it takes us... oh, no, it takes us to the next area. Yeah, now we're...
Repair this Tower of Babel, and just when the king reaches out to touch the sky, we will be there to snatch his hand away.
Now we're in Manderley's office. Would be a really fun reference, but it's not there. It'd be very exciting because there's a safe behind this bookshelf actually in some of the levels of the original game. No messages there. But these are like such weird, not really particularly good recreations of these areas. They're like very weirdly bland. Also, we'll take this into what would have been his bathroom. Now we're on the 747. Jacob's War. I think that is actually the book that is there in the original game. And it's interesting because there are hints of the original music.
She moves to destroy JC. We do not understand this violence against her own kind.
Also, I don't know what it means that every one of these like processing modules is through the bathroom. Are they actually piss-assing modules? Oh, this is some weird, funky Area 51 music,
Thanks
but yeah.
for doing all the hard work finding the way in here. All I had to do was follow in your footsteps, and now I'm just minutes away from completing my objective.
Just walk away, Billy. I'm here to
In
awaken
the dumps.
JC.
Don't let Apostle Corps or the Illuminati use you as a pawn. One wants to worship JC, and the other wants to try to control him. Neither group can see he's too mad and too powerful for either. I'm going to destroy him while he's still weak. It's the only sane answer.
Can't let you do that. I'm going to take you down, but I'll try to leave you breathing. I don't want to kill you, Billy. Or I can't let you do that. I'll kill you if I have to.
I'll kill you if I have to.
So this is how it ends? Okay, I'm ready, but I don't think you are. You may have dealt with SSC or even armored Templars before, but you've never taken on a true equal or a friend. But I guess you're just as crazy as the rest of them. Another threat to be neutralized. It's over, Alex.
So yeah, time
This
to...
shouldn't take too long.
What the... oh. Disable those.
It will take more than that.
What she doesn't realize is that I am out of ammo. But she'll never truly... oh, interesting. She actually has kind of given up here. I could theoretically leave her alive. But instead, we're going to toss her corpse around. But yeah, this is where we were born. Can you actually... preliminary readings, updated every 5 minutes. But yeah, so this is the cloning room. Whoa! Cloning room in Area 51.
Turn back. Unauthorized personnel.
So we got the OP EMP weaponry. Alright, so that's Billy dealt with. This is, I think, the third module.
Virgin, find me near the entrance to the sanctuary. I have so much to tell you.
I guess that was all of them.
At last, my scientists succeeded. You were the complete solution. My brother Paul was to be upgraded first so that he could carry the infusions through the gate, but there was a setback.
You're really J.C. Denton. What happened to your brother?
He nearly died 2 years ago. My chief scientist, Tracer Tong, thought that he'd perfected the biomod substrate, but there were recombinant anomalies in Paul. He had to be cryogenically frozen to save his life. Luckily, you and the other subjects at last accepted complete transformation.
Which is why we can pass through the gate and enter this place.
They made him smooth.
That and much more. We're now ready to transform the human race. It became clear to me after the defeat of MJ-12 that the old answers to tyranny are inadequate. I needed the Helios merger in order to contemplate the problem effectively.
And?
I'm going to establish the first post-human civilization.
Also, he doesn't have his sunglasses anymore.
Welcome.
A new civilization. That's a pretty tall order. What do you need from me?
I need you to return to Cairo to rescue my brother Paul, who was seized by the Templars. Then meet me at Liberty Island, where in the ruins of an old military base there is an Aquinas node that can be used to distribute the infusion technology worldwide.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Before the
So yeah, we are actually pretty close to the end of the game here.
Had many months of productive thought. Up to now, all free societies have started with one premise. Human nature is cruel, unjust, a force to be controlled.
I follow you so far.
The separation of powers, from Aristotle to Montesquieu, is designed purely to thwart the ambitions of individuals. How comical the West pride in its vast tangle of agencies, jurisdictions, arcane procedures.
What's the alternative?
Address the flaws in human nature. Make all beings truly equal in both body and mind. If you start with minds that are lucid, knowledgeable, and emotionally sound, the needs of government change dramatically.
How do you control human emotions? Antidepressants? Is that freedom?
Is it freedom when one child is born to poverty, a chance combination of organic materials, while the wealthy child is shaped every day of his life, enhanced genetically, trained, educated, often augmented nanotechnologically?
Why not get rid of nanotech and genetic engineering, the technologies that make people different from each other?
Then you go down the path of intolerance, as your friend Billy did. Is human nature perfect? No. Therefore, improvements are to be welcomed, not annihilated in Templar pogroms. As enhanced beings, we can establish a pure democracy that runs on instantaneous input from the electorate.
He is definitely vastly less bulky in this game. Like, he just seems like not as much of a wide boy. What would this pure democracy look like?
What would this pure democracy look like?
The Helios AI has the processing power to handle all governmental functions worldwide, legislative, executive, and judicial. Once every mind has been enhanced and can merge with the AI, attitudes towards major legislation can be processed on a daily or even more frequent basis.
You want everyone to be like the Omar and meld themselves together into one huge AI construct?
Helios will communicate, not assimilate. Life will go on as usual.
Helios is starting to sound like an enlightened despot.
All governments have power. The benefit of giving this power to a synthetic intellect is that human affairs would no longer need to be ruled by generalities. Helios will have a deep understanding of every person's life and opinions.
What if I don't want someone peeking into my mind?
Upon consideration, you'll see that this arrangement is for the best. General ideas are no proof of the strength, but rather of the insufficiency of the human intellect. The words of Alexis de Tocqueville, an observer of the birth of modern democracy. Though general ideas allow human minds to make judgments quickly, they are necessarily incomplete.
So?
So de Tocqueville noted that an all-knowing mind, the mind of God as he conceived it, would have no need for general ideas. It would understand every individual in detail and at a glance. Incomplete applications of law or
that is,
would be impossible.
Yeah, generally all sides of this are quite extreme in their own individual ways. I mean, obviously the WTO is / the Illuminati is kind of like the most middle ground, but even that's like kind of gross. So you see yourself as God?
I want human affairs to be driven by wisdom. Finding the correct recipe for wisdom has been my project these long years under the ice.
You seem to think you've succeeded.
Wisdom must first be human. You must start with what a human sees and feels. But wisdom must also be knowledgeable, logical, and fair to billions of other beings.
How much of you is a machine?
Helios and I are one consciousness. No distinction.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, is like, this game does kind of come together at the end, but it's a bit of a scattered mess along the way.
Help me, Alex. You've come this far toward restoring Apostle Corps. Finish the job by rescuing my brother from the Templars in Cairo.
I'll leave for Cairo as soon as I can.
A helicopter followed you here. Tracer Tong sent it to pick me up from Area 51 after my infiltration of MJ-12. Ava Johnson was the pilot, an AI construct. I'm putting her at your disposal. Go back to the surface and activate the pilot beacon at the abandoned VersaLife base so that she will know where to land.
Okay, so that's where we're supposed to land. So yeah, so there's the other kind of big reveal in quotes, which is who the fuck is Ava Johnson? And Ava Johnson has been searching for JC because basically she showed up and was not able to find JC at Area 51. And so she's just been searching the world.
How does it feel to share such an infamous name? AI's ingenuity. Your brother JC has long since been devoured by the Helios core, and if you revive Paul, you will be reviving a sworn terrorist. There is a better way.
A sworn terrorist, says Chad, who was actually the leader of Silhouette, another terrorist organization. But yeah, so this is a very good spot to stop for the day. Having revived JC and heard his plight. So that means that there's no stream tomorrow because it's Thursday. But Friday, I think we'll actually finish this on Friday. We're getting there. 'Cause there's not a huge amount left. If we don't finish it on Friday, which I think is what I said, we'll certainly be very close by that point. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and good night.